I'm Kevin Nealon. I'm on the Howard Stern Show today because Howard is the king of all media. And if anyone could get to the root of Kevin Nealon, it's Howard Stern.
Now, Kevin, what are you going to be talking about today? You got a new book, right?
Well, I do have a book that's out. It's not, well, it came out this past summer. It's called Yes, You're Pregnant, But What About Me? And it's a great book. It kind of talks about the male perspective going through a pregnancy. You know, there's a lot of books out there for the wife, for the mother, but none for the male. So that's out there. I got so many things to talk about. I don't want to sound like I'm too pompous, so I'm going to hold back a little bit and maybe throw a few out there. And if they want to hear more, I'll tell them more what's going on.
Nice. And you're also a big fan of the show, right?
Huge fan of the show.
Awesome. So you must be excited.
Very excited about the show. I haven't seen Artie in a long time. It'll be good to see him. I hope he has not changed. I haven't seen him in about 20 years. And Howard, I've run into a few times. It'll be good to sit down with him. And I've always wondered what I thought they were in New Jersey, like over the river. Maybe that was a long time ago. That's how I always pictured it. But it's right here in 6th Avenue.
Right here in New York City.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you in there today.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Kevin Nealon on Saturday Night Live. I don't know how many years. A couple of years. He was the anchor man. He did a lot of sketches. Hans and Franz, one of the more recognizable ones, memorable ones. And now he's on the show Weeds. Artie says he's one of the best stand-up comics he's ever seen.
He's a funny man.
Hey, Kevin, great to see you.
There he is.
Kevin Nealon. There he is, the guy.
Big guy.
He is a big guy. You're bigger than I thought you'd be.
Thank you very much, Al. Well, I tell you, I love doing these kind of shows, like radio shows, because you finally get to meet the disc jockey, and you kind of, you had him pictured in your head. Now you finally get to see what he looks like, and you look nothing like what I thought you looked.
Yeah.
You're a lot taller.
A lot of people think I'm black. They don't know. I have that.
You didn't know what Howard looked like.
It's unbelievable.
And I always wondered what the studio was like, because I do a lot of radio stations, and
right.
and they're small, and this is like a strip club.
That's the vibe we were going for.
Whenever I interview someone from Saturday Night Live, I always think that they're looking at me and laughing because, you guys used to do sketches like about, even Jimmy Fallon was here yesterday, did sketches about DJs who don't listen, and just go, yeah, yeah. And I just think you guys look at us and go, I can make a pretty good comedy bit out of this.
What
but you're sort of the anti that. That's why.
So. I'm always fascinated when people get on Saturday Night Live, like how they get there. You before we get into everything else that you do. So I picture your family, for some reason, being very disappointed that you were going into comedy. Like, I can't imagine anyone being thrilled.
Well, first of all, I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
So, which has nothing to do with my family, but,
was your family conservative? Was it a conservative family?
They're pretty conservative, yeah.
And you said, look, I want to be a comedian? Were they, Jesus.
They're very supportive, though. Whatever I want to do, they would be behind me.
When did you decide to start doing this?
In college.
Stand-up?
Yeah, stand-up.
So you never did it before then. All of a sudden in college, you say, I think I can do this.
You know what I do, Howard? I would memorize the jokes in the back of the Parade magazine.
Right.
They used to have my favorite jokes.
Of all the things to pick, Parade.
This is a long time ago, though.
Right.
And I would memorize those. And then at little neighborhood parties, I would tell them, like, I personalize them like they were my own.
Right.
And I would say, hey, did you guys hear about this guy who he robbed a fire truck the other day? And they go, no, serious? Yeah. And then he was arrested 2 hours later, some guy who robbed a cop car. And then one of my friends said, you should go into New York and check out those clubs like the Catch a Rising Star and stuff and go on.
And you were going to college?
Where were you?
Going
to college, Sacred Heart University.
Sacred Heart University?
Yeah.
Where the hell is that? That's in Connecticut? You did not have high SATs, did you?
No, I didn't. I was not good with the SATs. But, so I went to Sacred Heart University for 4 years, and then I got out, and I waited a year. And I actually played football at Fairfield University because I always wanted to play football. That was my
no kidding.
Yeah.
What did you play?
Quarterback.
You were the quarterback. Wow.
And the kicker and the punter.
No kidding.
And
some team.
Most comedians can't do that kind of stuff.
No, they can't. But I took a night course so I would be eligible to play. It was a night course in criminology, but I went once, and then the next year they found out that I was 21 and only taking one course, so they wouldn't let me play anymore. So then it was time for comedy.
I see. So you start going to these clubs. And when do you realize, like, using Parade magazine is not the ticket to the future?
Well, I never actually did those jokes on stage, but I went to the Catch a Rising Star, and it was so intimidating because it was a New York club. It was small, everybody was packed in there, and there was guys on there like, Belzer and Barry Diamond, all these comics that were really seasoned and tough, and I thought, I can't do this.
Right. It's embarrassing to go up in front of them. You've never done it before.
Yeah. So I got to Los Angeles. I've never been to Los Angeles. I think I'd love to see California. So I got out with a friend of mine.
Right.
And I just started hitting the open mic nights. And
weren't you nervous that your future would be a disaster? Like at first, when you start going into it, you go, "What are the odds of me becoming a professional comic? I've never done this before." And while my other friends are out there getting real jobs and preparing for the future, this is just going to be an utter disaster.
Well, they can prepare for the future because they went to a good school.
Right. You didn't even have enough. You had nothing to fall back on.
That's right. No, but Sacred Heart is a good school now. It's evolved into a very good school.
Not then.
It was just starting out. But I gave it 2 years. I said, if I don't see any kind of progress in 2 years, I'll go back to Bridgeport and try to make something of myself.
Right.
And things started happening. I felt good. I liked it. I also was going to try out for a kicker with the USFL at the time.
So in 2 years' time, you start to do stand-up comedy, and you get quite good at it. According to Artie, you're like one of the best.
I'm a big fan of Kevin Nealon.
Right.
Artie is right about that. I am.
He is. When did you start to realize this is not so difficult, that I'm really good at this?
I would say after the first time I was on stage at the Improv.
You knew right away.
I knew that I loved it,
Yeah.
and I knew the two people that were left in the audience liked it.
You won over two whole people.
Yeah, well, first I would...
They were Jerry Bruckheimer and,
Right, two people.
and
Lord
Brad
Michael.
Gray happened to be there that night.
Anyway, it just evolved over the years, and I started doing all the open mic nights, and then I started... I was a bartender at the Improv, so I got to meet all these comics.
The one on Melrose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the big break, Lorne Michaels somehow finds out about you?
I guess so. There was no real... It was... For me, it's always been a slow evolution. I've just evolved. It's never been...
But how do you get on Saturday Night Live?
Well, what I did was I was doing stand-up. I'd done The Tonight Show, Letterman. I've done a lot of talk shows, and I was working on the road. And Dana Carvey was renting the room over our garage in the Hollywood Hills. I was rooming with a couple other comics.
So he was a friend of yours?
He was a friend of mine, and we used to run together. We would run.
Right.
And then he got on the show that summer, and I was reading Backstage Live, Saturday Night Live, just to kind of live vicariously through him. And I never thought I would be on that show because I'm a stand-up. I don't do characters or sketches. And so he got on the show, and I was dating Jan Hooks at the time, and she was up for the show.
You were doing Jan Hooks?
I was dating Jan.
Well, I'm sure you weren't wasting your time talking to her. I mean, wow.
But the funny thing is, we had been friends for like 6 years before that.
What happened? You broke up with her, huh? That couldn't have been covered. Did you break up while you were working?
This is the part of Howard Stern I love.
No, I'm fascinated.
You got the psychiatrist couch here. You got everything.
No, but seriously, when you're at Saturday Night Live working every day with someone like Jan Hooks, very attractive girl.
Very attractive.
And suddenly you need to break up with her because for whatever reason you're not getting along, it's got to be uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. You have to show up to work every day with that person.
And was she mad at you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's mad at you.
Yeah.
Baby, I need to break up with you, but we can work together. I'm sure it won't be uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's run lines.
Why'd you have to break up? You were getting famous, and let's face it.
I was much too big for her.
You were. You'd gotten too big for her.
I had too many fans and too many other opportunities.
Right. The lovemaking was good?
Always.
Was she your first girlfriend ever?
First girlfriend that I did.
Did you have anal?
That's the Howard I know.
There you go.
Robin's reading a book in the back.
Robin's heard all the anal stories she needs to. She doesn't want to hear you bragging about Jan Hooks.
She's checking her email.
She goes, another guy bragging about his
Here
conquest.
we go again.
Right.
Why is she in a glass booth?
Why?
So I can read while you're telling these stories.
So no, here's what it was, Howard. So anyway, I knew Dana from then, and Jan I knew, and it was funny because they were both up for the show. Dana was on the show already, and then Dana calls me from Lauren's house one day in Amagansett. He says, "You're never going to believe this. They're looking for one more guy on the show, and Paul Simon's in the other room. Dan Aykroyd. You're kidding me. You're kidding me." He said, "They're looking for another guy. Why don't you send their tapes in from the Tonight Show and stuff, Letterman?"
Right.
I said, really? Because they had come through town looking for people before, and you can never get an audition because you had to be, with a big agency and stuff.
Right.
And
or in the Groundlings or Second
Was
City.
that hard for you as a human being to hear, like Dana, a guy you knew, hanging out at Lorne Michaels' house in Amagansett with Paul Simon and Dan Aykroyd? Do you get jealous? Do you sit there and go, man, I wish that was me? What a break.
As a human being and as an alien, yes, it was difficult to hear
On
that.
both levels.
Both levels.
But you...
I couldn't believe... I wasn't jealous. I was excited for Dana.
Really? I can't be that loving and giving toward other people. I would just kill myself if one of my friends was on Saturday Night Live and I couldn't be on it.
But some people are. I've only met Dana Carvey a couple times, but he seems to be like the nicest guy in the world.
Well, yeah,
he's the kind of guy you root for.
What a good guy to call. You know, a lot of guys would say,
absolutely.
"Hey, fuck you, I'm not going to help you." He said, "Hey, I'm going to call you from Lauren's house and let you in on this opportunity."
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
very nice of him.
Right, but I
Yeah.
think there was probably a couple other guys too he called too.
To
To be fair,
Of course.
you know,
He
I
called
just
everyone.
wasn't just handed to me.
Right.
So I sent him my tapes, and then he calls me like a week later. I didn't think anything would come of it because I'm a stand-up. You know,
Right.
I don't do characters or I'm not a sketch guy. So he calls me, and goes, "I think they like your tape. By the way, Steve Martin's in the other room." Are you kidding me?
Boy, what goes on at Lauren's house in Amagansett? Steve Martin's there, Chevy Chase is there.
He's the original guy to have like the white parties.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Well, meanwhile, Dana was probably calling from his own apartment.
Right.
You're not going to believe who's here.
Yeah, because he's doing impressions.
Yeah,
of all
right,
those
right. I'm a wild and crazy guy. Hey, that's Steve. I got to go. So you are accepted from this tape. What, they fly out for
First
some
of all,
sort
I'm
of audition?
excited. Now I'm getting excited. I'm thinking,
Right.
well, maybe this can happen.
Right.
You know, well, I'll just fly in, I'll humor them, and I'll go in. And
It's a big break.
So I fly in, and of course, you know, like this business, you think it's just going to be you and a couple other people.
Right.
And you get on the plane, like everybody's going to New York to audition. The pilot comes out. Hey, you think this is funny? You know, the pilot's audition.
I'll be auditioning later for Saturday Night Live.
So
The pilot.
so I get there, and you know, we all audition. We go to Studio 8 each.
You mean they line you up in a group?
You wait outside, and they call you one at a time.
Ay,
And they have
vey.
a camera set up, and all the cast that's on, you know, that's been selected already, is sitting there watching you too. And Lauren is there, and
What pressure.
Wow.
so I.
So like Dana was part of the group of people who watched
yeah,
you.
it was Dana, Dennis Miller, John Lovitz.
Did you recognize any of the other auditioners as famous people?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did. They
Well,
were-
not famous, but I knew
Right.
them from the Groundlings, you know, and places like
Were
that.
you nervous?
You know what? I was not nervous because I knew I would never get it. I knew I would never get
There was
it.
freedom in that.
Yeah, it was freedom, and I thought, and I was just there, just kind of like experience it.
Any of the guys you auditioned with who didn't get the job, did any of them go on to become famous outside of, you know, not being on Saturday Night Live? Did any of them go on to a big career?
George W. Bush.
Bush was auditioning
Yes.
and became the president,
Yes.
first governor and then president. Wow.
I don't recall.
You don't recall.
I don't remember.
Because that'd be
anybody.
interesting to me.
I did go out on auditions though, where I was up against Steve Carell. A lot
Oh, no
for-
kidding.
for
Yeah,
a few
I get a
different
similar
things.
type of guy, you know.
Yeah.
And you so you do this audition and you do your stand up in front of Lauren and all these guys,
Yeah.
and suddenly what? They call you up and they tap you for this job.
Is this interesting to you?
To me, it's fascinating.
It is?
Is it not, Robin? Robin,
It's good. Yeah, I want to know how he got on Saturday Night
You were
Live.
reading the paper back then.
you want me to want me to poll my audience? And if they say it's not interesting, you just leave. You just go.
You know what I'm interested in about the tape that he sent in? I was at, like Norm and Spade, they all really are big fans of Kevin too.
Right.
And I've never seen it before, but Norm was telling me, did you ever do the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
Well, Norm was telling me once that Kevin did probably one of the best spots, like in the history of the Tonight Show, as a comedian.
Right.
And he just said it was so impressive. And again, I've never seen it, but it was the kind of impressive to where you go, wow, this guy is going to be something. And it's so hard to send in a tape and get people to react over that. Was that on the tape? Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I do. I think that was on the tape.
Right.
I did a thing called Choices, you know, what you did when you were a kid. You know, would you rather do this or do that? Now I think there's a game out about it. But, yeah, so I did.
And that went over big.
It went over big.
Yeah.
And I was always trying to get on the Tonight Show. That's what comics do when
Right,
they
sure.
start out.
Yeah. With Carson, too.
And never had I been so nervous about auditioning for a show. I mean, I had
Yeah.
sweat running down the back of my legs. You ever get that?
Yeah.
Yes. Right now I have
It's
it.
never been that bad. Well, Artie has that a lot. He has a condition, but. So you said this was for the Tonight Show. That was
the
like
Tonight Show,
that was crazy. That made you nervous.
That was nerve-wracking. I forgot my line by, walking out to the spot. you know,
Especially when you used to hear these legendary stories where if a comic goes on the Tonight Show and Johnny lets you sit on the couch, you become an instant millionaire. Like suddenly you're huge and your career is that doesn't
Things
happen,
take
though, right?
off, huh?
Like suddenly it was like not you're a millionaire, but you
right,
know.
it doesn't happen. But I did bump an actress on there, and I started dating her like 6 months after that. So I got
Really?
something out of it.
Excellent. So at least something good
came
came.
out of it,
Everybody
yeah.
has a good story about being on the like David Brenner. You talk to him, he goes, I went on the Tonight Show, and the next thing I knew, I was a millionaire. I mean, how'd that happen? What do you mean?
But that you were really nervous for because that's something you should be doing as stand-up on the Tonight Show.
That if you do the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, that validates you as a stand-up. But
But now,
so
yeah.
anyway, getting back to Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
I auditioned. They liked it. Lauren Michaels came out to L.A. a couple weeks later, said, we want to offer you a job.
Wow.
On the show, and
That changes your life.
Yeah, and I told him, let me think about it over the weekend. And he goes, you think about it over the weekend. We'll see you in New York on Monday.
Right. Oh, that's so cool. And then when you go in there, is it intimidating? Because there's some guys who've been with the show for a while, and then you got to fight and claw your material. I mean, I hear these horror stories where you have to go to these meetings and pitch your sketches and fight to get on there.
Well, it is intimidating because it was Saturday Night Live, and that was the stage where Belushi was, and Gilda and all those people, and you felt like you didn't belong there. You were just a pedestrian walking through there.
I said to Jimmy Fallon yesterday, I said, it's really kind of a big pressure. Like, once you're done with Saturday Night Live, there's a group of people that go on and do great things in their career and have a career after Saturday Night Live, and then there's a group that sort of just die off. Like Lorraine Newman.
I was going to say the Lorraine Newman group.
Yeah, right. There's Belushi and those guys.
Aykroyd.
And even like with your crew, like
Murray.
Sandler goes on, and now he's like, mega producer and all that stuff. So when you leave Saturday Night Live, are you sitting there career-wise, just like, oh, my God, is this the end of the road, or am I going to be one of those guys that goes on and does the same? I mean, now you have weeds and all that other stuff, and you're doing great.
Right.
But there's that pressure.
There is that pressure, and I stayed there for 9 seasons.
Right.
I liked the job. I wasn't using it as a stepping stone. I loved living in New York. I loved being able to meet these different hosts. Steve Martin, who I,
You worship.
was a big fan of. And,
Me too.
It's a great gig. I mean, when you think about it, a lot of people want to get out of there. It's exciting.
Did it meet your expectations when you get to work with Steve Martin for a week? I mean, do you get to really hang with him a little bit, or is it just hands off?
Well, it depends on the host. Some of them you hang out with, others, you don't. And, with Steve Martin, I got to know him over the years, and nice guy, talented. But, going on the show, at first, it wasn't that nerve-wracking because the show was about to be canceled.
Right.
And we thought, we lived out of our suitcase for like the first 2 years because we didn't know if it was going to be canceled because the show the year before it was doing really bad in the ratings. So there was no real expectations.
Right.
And I just pretended nobody was watching. It was just the people in the audience, and their cameras, and that was it.
First time you go on live television, though, it's got to be really nerve-wracking. I mean, it's got to be scary when you go on live, Saturday Night Live. I mean, because you
even
can really...
for someone like you who's on the air every day. I remember seeing you on Letterman once. I was in the studio. You probably don't remember this, but I watched you on Letterman when he was in 30 Rock.
Right.
And you came off, and you came right up to me, and you, how did I do? How did I do?
Yeah, so insecure. So that's why I hate doing like things like Letterman because it's even as much as I do this and this, I can be totally relaxed. You go on someone else's show and you got to be interviewed and you got to be funny and oh my God, the pressure is just ridiculous. Off the hook, how'd I do? I mean,
and then they're looking off the side like there's time for a commercial break. You're trying to rush through your stuff.
I know. And I don't even know you when I'm asking you how I did. You know what I mean?
It's the worst. But
like if you were a mean guy, you could have come up to me and just gone, "You were really bad." Yeah, right. Who just wrecked me? I go, "Oh my God, Kevin Nealon thinks I suck." I must know something.
It's the worst. But then you think to yourself, "God, this is what I always wanted to do, though."
Yeah, but it's strange. What do you think it is in you that makes you want to perform? Do you think it's an illness? Like, do you want? Like,
are you ill?
Are you seeking attention? As a child, did you get a lot of attention?
I did get. I got plenty of attention. I came from a great family, loving family, supportive.
Well, that's unusual for a comedian.
It isn't unusual, but
can be death for a comedian.
Yeah, that usually doesn't work out for a comedian.
Yeah, I want to raise a comedian, raise a real screwball. You gotta just really abuse them.
Just do things to mess them up.
That's right.
Yeah. Robin's coming alive.
There you go. She's into the conversation now.
Well, I think there's probably something in me that needs the attention.
Right.
And I like making people laugh. I think it's, if there's a rush from that, this adrenaline where, getting a whole room full of people laughing. It's like you're controlling their emotion.
You and Sandler are real close, right? He puts you in his movies and all that.
In several of his movies.
He's incredibly like
very loyal.
He's loyal to people. I see that. He really to his friends. He treats them really well.
He will not buy any car unless it's an American car.
Is that right?
That's how loyal he is.
Wow.
That's good. I like that.
He'll put up with anything.
Yeah, he drives the big caddy.
Right. So, now I read recently you attended Jennifer Aniston's 40th birthday party. Now that's real A-list stuff, right? You must have some
get on that list?
You must have some impressive friends.
You guys, I was telling Gary this before. You researched the people that come on this show. I'm laying in bed this morning at 5 in the morning thinking, what have I done that they're going to find out about?
Well, listen, you've got an interesting past. You were married once before to a model. You're married now.
I am.
It's your second marriage.
That's right.
but you nailed a model the first time around.
Who said I nailed her?
Maybe that's why the marriage ended. You never had any trouble with women, right?
No. Yeah, I have. I've always been shy.
I mean,
I'm
you
very
dumped Jan
intimidating.
Hooks. I mean, that's pretty major dumping. I mean, she probably figured, oh, I could dump him.
That was a mutual thing.
That was mutual?
Yeah, we
What
dumped
went
each
wrong?
other.
What went wrong?
Nothing went wrong. It was just it ran its course.
Tired
Sometimes
of it.
things don't have to go wrong.
Right.
It ran its course, and you know the thing about Jan is I loved her. She was very, very
Do you want her back? Is that what you're
talented.
saying?
Probably one of the most talented, funniest women aside from my current wife.
Is it
that I
hard
know.
to be in, I'm being serious now. Cut the music. Is it hard to be in a relationship with a woman who's a fellow comedian? She's on
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live competing for airtime and all that other stuff. The two of you are probably a little neurotic about it. Isn't it hard to be in a relationship with somebody who's in the same show business sort of venue as you and you're both comedians? It's got to be difficult.
Hey, listen, I think it's hard to be in a relationship with anybody. Let's say you were dating Robin.
Right.
I'm not saying you
Which I
haven't.
am.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys broke up, you would have to look at her every day. And,
Yeah.
you know, and get those darts coming at you.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was difficult for a while.
Right.
And then we started seeing other people, and it became less...
And it was rumored that Phil Hartman was dating Jan Hooks for a while.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you do.
I
You
swear
know
to God.
everyone. Isn't it true you put a tracking device on Jan Hooks? I read that.
You read that.
Like
Somebody
Michael
told you.
Strahan. You used
I
to,
just saw that in the paper.
That's right.
I
What
did
happened
not know
when you?
that.
But what happened when
Are
you
you
and the
serious
Yeah,
about that?
that's what there was a rumor. I don't even know
So
how we
it's
know
true. It is true.
that. Rumor is true.
Rumor
Yes.
is true.
Yeah, right.
Until proven not.
I don't know what Phil did.
You really didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but I'm happy for her if she did.
I could be wrong. It would
Yeah.
just be awkward. That's all. Keep dating Saturday Night Live guys. So you you're on weeds now. This is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
This is a good job for you.
It's a very good job because here's the thing, Howard. When I finished Saturday Night Live, it's like you said, where do you go after that?
That's right.
You know?
Why did you leave Saturday Night Live?
I left because I had a pilot.
Oh.
It was called Champs. It was the first Spielberg DreamWorks show, and Gary David Goldberg, who did Family Ties, and
But you loved your
That's it.
Saturday Night Live job, but you said, hey, maybe it's time. 9 years. It's
I
enough.
loved it. But you know what? I had had enough of it.
Right.
You know what? I was going out to do sketches. I had food in my mouth still from the craft service table. That's how unnervous I was about it.
got comfortable with
Got
it.
too
Yeah, I was
comfortable.
too comfortable.
Are
I
you
was-
still close to Lorne Michaels?
Yeah, I don't see him that much, but I
You
talk
don't?
to him maybe once a year.
You
I
do?
run into him. Yeah.
You run into him, you talk.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to stay in touch with him. He
Yeah,
seems to
I
have a
like
lot
him.
going on.
I like Lorne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you upset that he gave Jimmy Fallon the job to replace Conan? Didn't you think you deserved that job? Isn't it true that you've been secretly going around saying that you're a more accomplished stand-up and that you could handle the job better?
He's been whispering that.
I thought he made a big mistake.
Did you
yeah.
think? No. Did you ever think about hosting one of these talk shows?
Well, the funny thing is, and I'm trying to recall if this is actually true or not, because you forget things after a while. But when Conan was taking over for Letterman, I think he might have asked if I was interested. I'm not sure. I can't
Wow.
remember, but I was not interested.
No.
I didn't want to interview other people.
I know. Look at me.
And I didn't want to be stuck in the studio every day. And I know how hard that job is. I know how hard it is what you do.
It is hard.
You've got
It's hard. Jimmy Fallon's describing this new schedule of his. To me, it sounds like a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. He
He's
has
in there
no
8 in
idea
the
what he's-
morning writing jokes, and he doesn't get out till 8 o'clock at night. It sounds like
I know it. At first, especially the first couple of years.
a lot of pressure, right?
A lot of pressure. So I'm good. I'm doing weeds now. But coming off of Saturday Night Live, I thought, will I ever do anything else again that that will pass this?
Right.
And I had a couple of sitcoms, didn't work.
You did Hiller and Diller with Richard Lewis, right?
Thank
that was
you.
on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You had to bring that up?
Well, he brought it up. What are you talking about?
Well, Richard Lewis, by the way, one of the funniest guys I've worked with.
He's great.
I mean, neurotic, yeah, but
Right.
very funny. Like, he would call me, and I used to watch him do stand-up in the Improv when I was bartending, and he was one of the funny. Packed them in.
Amazing
hilarious.
stand-up. Yeah.
So I got to work with him, and then he would start to call me, at home, and talk about the show and the lines. And, he would get a laugh. If I laughed at something he said on the phone, boom, he would hang up. Because that's how you wanted to go out. You want to go out on a laugh.
Yeah, ending on a laugh.
And I finished laughing. I started talking. So anyway, Richard, I think that hello.
Yeah, I talked to Richard about that. That was a weird affect. He used to call people, and he tried it with me. I said, never call me again. He would hang up in the middle of the call. I didn't realize he was going out on a laugh. I wasn't laughing at all. But, I mean,
Like I said,
love
just
Richard.
never laugh. See if he doesn't get off the phone.
Actually, Richard just called me recently and left me a really really nice message about something, and didn't didn't do anything weird, didn't hang out, didn't do any of that kind of strange stuff.
yeah,
In fact,
yeah.
stayed on too long, as a matter of fact.
But
But,
I
so
work with.
I think he's less
He's
neurotic.
got to find a happy
Well, he's married
medium.
now, so
Yeah, he's a
that's
little more
right.
normal. Yeah.
I worked with Kevin once. We did the episode of the Norm Show together, and I got the idea that you're comfortably laid back. You don't have to have everything going on. You don't have to be busy all the time.
Right, right.
Does
right.
Weeds pay okay?
Which is nice.
Weeds is on what network?
Weeds is on Showtime.
Showtime.
So
They
that
don't
answers
pay.
your question
Right.
there.
Now, what are we going to do
So
about
why
that?
are we doing this show?
Yeah, why are we doing Weeds?
Well, first of all, you guys aren't doing it.
Right.
I'm the one doing it.
Good point. I thought
So
we
let's
were
cut
doing
that
it.
bullshit out right now.
Well, we're doing it because I'm living comfortably from my late night Saturday Night Live money.
Is that right? Does Saturday Night Live? Got a lot of low-paying jobs.
Why do you think I'm doing stand-up?
That's true. In fact,
no,
you can
no.
see Kevin tonight through Sunday at Caroline's on Broadway,
Oh.
Manhattan, which is great. I should get over there.
You should come and see
I
You know
really
what,
should
Howard?
come
I
see
would
you.
come with you. I don't have a gig this weekend if you're around.
I will be around.
You know what? And then everybody's going to be watching you.
Are we getting free tickets, or do we have to pay?
Howard knows how
tickets
to
go to-
sneak into the nooks and crannies of Caroline.
For tickets, go to carolines.com. Kevin's book. Yeah, we got to talk about your book, too. You have a book out.
I have a book out?
Yes, You're Pregnant, but What About Me? Is in stores now. You have kids?
I do. I have a 2-year-old.
You didn't have kids the first time, the first
No,
marriage?
no.
So that didn't last so long, that first marriage.
First marriage lasted about 11 years.
When'd you get married? While you were on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
You meet her on Saturday Night Live?
Well, during a hiatus.
No kidding.
Yeah.
A hot model. You got into it.
She was actually a stunt woman.
Stunt woman.
Yeah, I did some modeling, yeah.
Oh, that
someone-
means you got a good body.
Hey, someone told me a story
Little
that,
beat up, but
that
yeah.
you saw this, that when Steven Seagal was on Saturday Night Live as a guest host, that in one of the sketches he was supposed to beat up a stunt man.
Yeah.
But he literally beat up the stunt man? Like he didn't
Well,
do
he didn't beat them up. What happened was he was supposed to take them and throw them into the breakaway studs.
Right.
Some karate sketch.
Yeah.
And he did that during the dress show. But during the live show, I don't know if the adrenaline or what, he took them and threw them just anywhere, and they were hitting the studs that weren't breaking. Your stuntmen, they're pretty macho.
Good
They're
Lord.
pretending they're not hurt, but there's they're limping off the stage and stuff.
Wow.
But a lot of people ask me,
Boy, the good times.
But just getting back to the Weeds thing, when I came off Saturday Night Live, I thought, would there be another show that would kind of, surpass this for me, where I wouldn't just be remembered for Saturday Night Live. And I think Weeds is becoming that.
It is. It's a huge hit
It's
show.
a great
And you should get the
show.
box set. You could catch up. And
Yeah, I really should watch.
I think you would
so
like it.
much fun.
Everyone says it. And plus, oddly enough, you play a stoner, a guy who smokes a lot of weed, and yet
Who's
you've
in
never
politics?
and you've never smoked weed in
I
your
don't
entire
smoke
life.
pot. I don't smoke
You
pot.
never were curious?
I tried.
Oh, you
it.
did try it.
Yeah, but I
Have you ever
swear to
tried mushrooms?
No, I never did.
Ever tried LSD?
Nothing else.
Hash oil? Hash?
Nothing.
Psilocybin? Mescaline?
Mescaline, maybe a little mescaline. And
Opium?
Artie's sitting there saying, did it.
Does Artie
Need it,
remind you,
need it, did it.
Does Artie remind you of a fellow Saturday Night Live castmate, Chris Farley, at all? I mean, in terms of his self-destructive
from his
way.
story. Stories.
Here's the only thing that reminds me of Chris Farley with Artie is his agility in sports.
Right.
Remember we played basketball?
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Norm
we-
show? During one of the breaks, we went out and they have a basketball court
Right.
there. And me and Norman, Artie were playing. And Artie was so quick and agile.
Yes.
And a good set shot from outside.
Yeah, right. Yeah. These guys have seen it. I kicked the shit out of a girl
Yeah.
basketball player.
Yeah. He beat a girl right on our show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she was, Penn State. Come on. But no, I remember that. Yeah, the Warner Brothers lot was the coolest place because
But is
you go out and
Artie
beat
going-
George Clooney in basketball.
Is Artie going down the same path as Chris Farley?
From listening to your show, I thought he might be.
Yes.
But then when I got here, he came into the green room there, and
Yep.
I thought, wow, Artie's looking good.
there you go.
He lost
He's
some
alive.
weight. He
Yeah.
shaved the beard.
Yeah, Farley was an amazing athlete, right? He
Yeah.
was.
He was good.
Maybe like an all-state football player.
I think
Really?
he wrestled, and he.
Yeah.
And he.
What's this? When you go to Jennifer Aniston's 40th birthday party?
He's trying to get off that.
I want to know something. Wait a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if
Is it
Kevin had said,
Adam-
"I think Artie's going to die tomorrow," he would have stayed there. But there was nothing.
Yeah, it was kind of like, hey, you're not like Chris Farley.
Rethinking that answer.
I thought you were like Chris Farley. So wait a second.
I don't give a fuck
What
if
is-
he's got a good
what-
set shot.
What is your connection to Jennifer Aniston that you even get to go to the party? Was she a guest host?
Well, Howard, you have to understand, I'm a very popular person.
You know a lot of people out in
I
L.A.
know a lot of
You live in L.A.
I live in
and
Los Angeles.
You're accepted by that community.
I'm accepted.
They know you're going to come to the party and behave yourself.
No,
They-
I've never been invited to those types of parties before, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I did the Ellen show about a month ago.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Go ahead.
She invited me to her and Portia's birthday party.
Oh.
I went there. And I ran into Jennifer Aniston there, and she invited me to her party.
Is that exciting to be in with this in crowd? I would imagine to meet these famous people is wonderful.
You meet them all the time.
They shun me. They shun me. They shun me.
But isn't that interesting that he has to be it's first like Ellen is like the gatekeeper. She
Jennifer
approves
thought
you.
Kevin was in because she's at Ellen's. Once you're at Ellen's and they see you behave yourself.
No.
Everywhere.
First of all,
it's a test.
I've known Jennifer for a long time.
Okay.
When I did Saturday Night Live, I used to live in the Upper West Side.
Right.
And I would go over to this hamburger place on Columbus and 85th, I think it was, Jackson Hole.
Right.
And I would sit in there and I would see this really hot hostess working there. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, she is cute. And sometimes I wasn't even hungry. I'd go there just
to look at her.
and just to look at her. And that was Jennifer Aniston. This is before Friends.
Right.
And so I go out to California and I'm working on this show called The Edge, which she was on.
Oh, the sketch show. Yeah.
Right. And my friend had created that show, and so he had me on an episode, and I kind of met her there. And so I've known her from that, and I've kind of seen her over the years, a little bit here.
Some ass on her, huh?
I guess.
Right. I think if you're going to a crappy hamburger joint, you gotta you're into it.
Howard is.
It was very good. Yeah.
So that's how I got invited to her.
All right.
her
So you
party.
get to go to the party, and now I imagine this is a big deal. This is a big deal party. Let me tell you who was there.
Even for me, I know who was there.
Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
She left before I got there.
Nice ass.
You kidding?
I came in late.
Why did you come in late? You were trying to show.
I had a gig.
What kind of gig would keep
Stand-up.
you? Really? That was more
I had
important.
booked it already.
All right. So
But I
Oprah
came
Winfrey,
late.
you missed.
Yeah.
Did you see Sheryl Crow?
Yes.
Did you see Courtney Cox? Yes. Tom Hanks was there. Did you know that?
I know Tom Hanks. I've seen him.
You know him
Yeah,
personally.
I know him.
And Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man himself, was there.
Yes.
And what do these people do? They sit around, like it's at her house,
Is this a
right?
fun party?
Do you look around her house trying to see what the hell's going on?
Well, first of all, I'm always impressed by the homes of these celebrities.
They're big homes.
They're big, spacious homes. They're beautiful and they're anointed.
Right.
They're, they have interior decorators that come in and do it right.
Yeah, it's something to see.
Yeah.
They've got the money to do it.
When I first went out to L.A., I would embarrass myself and show where I came from. Like I finally met people with money, and I would go in a person's house and go, "Wait, you got a pool?
And it's in the ground. It's in the ground.
Yeah, you have an in-ground pool."
So you're literally at Jennifer Aniston's house for the party.
And by the way, I feel, again, like I don't belong there. I feel like I'm just, a pedestrian that walked in and I'll be thrown out.
That's how I would feel. Kevin Bacon invited me to a party at his house, and then I'm walking around and look who's there: Donny Osmond and Bruce Springsteen. And
Wasn't Meryl Streep at that party?
Meryl Streep, and I go, wow.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
I heard at the Jennifer Aniston party that John Mayer sang a special song. Did Kevin see that?
Oh, yeah. He sang a song he wrote for Jennifer.
I heard about that. I had left before that. I had another gig.
Good. Thank God.
I actually left before that.
That might have been incredibly uncomfortable to sit there and watch him sing to her at the birthday party.
Also, you don't want to stay too late at these things because then they think you're
Right.
a loser and you got.
Do you bring your wife or do you go
Yeah, I
solo?
brought my wife. Yeah.
So that's good, too, because she must be impressed. She likes that.
Yeah, my wife loves it. My wife is a great actress, very funny a woman. She was in the Groundlings for a couple of years.
What, is she on something now I can see her?
She's done a lot of things. She's done a lot of guest spots on different shows like Friends and Ellen and.
What's the
Raven.
age difference between you two?
18 years sometimes.
Is that
Sometimes
right?
it's 17.
Is it 18 years?
18. We are very similar. And you will be having a baby soon.
No, I won't.
You got to read my book.
No. What does your book say? Does it say I'm going to have a baby soon? Because I'm not going
There's no
to.
predictions and there are no projections, but I think you will.
No.
If you really love
I
her,
have 3
I think
kids.
You will.
I do
Does she
love
not
her.
want a kid?
No, she does not want a kid.
How
I mean,
old is she? 37?
No, she's 36. What,
And she wants no kids.
What was that look you just gave me?
No. I'm trying to help you out here.
She really says she doesn't want kids.
I know they say that.
What's the critical time? When is she going to say, well,
You've
it's
been married
now?
for about 10 months now?
Yes, but let's face it, we've been together 8 years.
Well, the thing about Beth too is, Kevin, is she's
8 years.
8 years, and I use rubbers.
Yeah. The thing about Beth too, you have to know, Kevin, she's not at all a caring person. She's
No, I know
Selfish,
she's,
just
I
like
know
me.
she's
yeah,
very caring.
she would never
She's
be
very
good with
ca-
it. She would never be good with a kid.
Right.
I know she likes animals.
She loves animals. She loves kids. She loves all that, but she doesn't have a desire to be a mother.
But she is one of the
She
most.
mothers me.
But she's one of the most caring people like I've ever met in my life.
She
So
would be a terrific mother. But we really spent time talking about this. I mean,
Yeah, I
we really did. And
But
did you?
things do change.
Did you not want a child?
I wanted a child.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So what is the difference?
I wanted
Right.
a child.
Yeah, you'd never been a
But
father before.
your girlfriend wasn't saying she didn't want to have kids when you married her. What?
No, she wanted kids.
Yeah.
Oh, so what are you saying?
Yeah.
Well, he knows people.
What did I say?
I know it sounds weird, but like, look at Robin. She never wanted kids. I mean, there's a lot of women who don't want
I
kids.
never wanted
What
a
does she
husband
want?
either.
What do you want, Robin? What does she want? What do you want?
What do I want? I want to have fun.
She knows she wants a husband.
She does want a husband.
Yeah.
Every woman wants a husband.
Go ahead. Tell Kevin what you want.
What?
Cock.
Oh, God, help me.
I want to go back to reading the paper.
Listen, yes. So anyway,
So anyway, yeah.
The
So
book.
I wanted a kid,
Right.
and the book is basically, it's called Yes, You're Pregnant, But What About Me? And it kind of deals with, a lot of.
are you jealous of your kid? In other words, your wife, a very beautiful woman,
I've
a young
heard about
woman.
this before. No, there's
You
no
are not.
jealousy. I would want him to have my wife.
When she sits there and cuddles, do you have a son or a daughter?
Son.
When she sits there and cuddles your son, she's busy kissing your son. She's busy attending to your son.
Cooing and billing.
You're having less and less intimacy with her. Don't you sit there and go, enough already. What about me? That's the title of your book. I think you're tapped into this. You have this feeling that you're being ignored.
That may be the next book, but this book is before the baby came. It was during the pregnancy.
I see.
But no, I don't have any of those feelings because I love the kids so much. You know what it's like. You have 3 kids.
Yes.
Remember when they were 2?
Yes.
When you
it's
loved
great.
them and-
It's fantastic. When I love them, yeah. Like I don't love them anymore.
So I want him to have whatever he wants, and no, we're still intimate and we do things. We have date nights and we take trips together.
How
without
many
the kid.
in help?
Now, how many people you got help? You got how
We
many
have the
nannies?
National Guard. We have the National Guard.
You've hired the National Guard to watch your son. You're so
we
smart.
have one a woman that comes in to help us kind of part time, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. My wife is a great mother. She's and she also does the acting thing. She's
I'm going to look up
multi-talented.
pictures of her. I bet you she's super
Check
hot.
her out. Yeah.
Does she take the baby to the set?
When she works sometimes.
Wow.
Well, she should still dress up in special outfits when you want that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And she spanks you still?
If I'm naughty.
Yes. You've got to go see Kevin tonight through Sunday at Caroline's on Broadway in Manhattan. For tickets, you can go to carolines.com. Kevin Nealon's book, Yes, You're Pregnant, But What About Me? I like that title. That would be a good title. That would interest me. That's in stores now. And
And you got to watch Weeds.
I'm going to watch Weeds.
You will enjoy it.
What's her name stars in that?
Mary Louise Parker.
yeah.
Mary Louise Parker. I like her.
Yeah.
Howard, you would like it. She gets banged every episode. So she gets banged over the desk. She gets
Is she
banged in the
nude?
back of a limo. She's nude.
You see titty?
Titties, vag, everything.
Do you
I'm
ever
surprised
get?
you've not watched it.
Why am I not watching that?
You're
I'd like
crazy
To. I
to
think
not
she's
watch the
attractive.
show.
She's
Very
hot, Howard.
attractive.
She's hot, but she fucks like crazy in that show.
I felt very bad for her when she had her twins.
No, not twins.
No, she had a baby.
I thought she had twins. She had a baby, and her boyfriend was Billy Crudup. He's the guy who got her pregnant. And then boom, right off with Claire Danes like that, even before she gave birth to the kids.
And you know what his book was called? You're Pregnant, I'm Leaving.
You're pregnant, I'm out of here. Yeah. That's a different book. I'd read that one too. Now, did you have to put up with that whole situation while you were shooting Weeds?
I think that happened a little
Before,
before
yeah.
Weeds.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did she come into the trailer and talk to you about it? Do you advise her on how to deal with this kind of thing?
I'm not good with that kind of thing.
You're not. You don't have any personal conversation.
Here's what I'm good at saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm good at saying, Howard. I'm so sorry.
Is it true he wrote a book called You're Pregnant and Claire Danes Looks Hot to Me?
I wrote a book called "You're Pregnant and I'm Not Billy Crudup."
Right.
No, but yeah, she's a great
But
actress.
she's doing okay with that
Oh,
emotionally?
she's great. Yeah, she's great. She's a strong woman and a great actress.
Is she doing anyone on the set? Is she involved?
I know
you do
of.
not know. All right.
Maybe
Okay.
Phil Hartman. I don't know.
It could be. You never know.
No.
Listen,
Let me tell you something.
let me tell you something.
I always wanted to do you on Saturday Night Live.
What happened?
But then Michael McKean came on and he did you.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
pretty funny with me.
Yeah, and I'm not a great impressionist, but
And-
all I could do is this. Let me tell you something.
And Adam Sandler did Baba Booey.
That's right.
if
That's
you
right.
remember. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
What?
what's her name again? Mary Louise Parker. She was dating, and I think maybe almost engaged to the black guy that was on Weeds. For
Really?
Right?
what?
Were they?
Were they
a
a couple?
relationship
No.
together? No.
You sure?
Look,
I didn't
you're
hear
asking the
that.
wrong guy. Apparently, I don't know anything that's going on.
You didn't know she
on
was
the
in an
show.
interracial.
On the show,
On the
she
show,
was.
she's with him.
Yeah, all the news is coming in now.
Baba Booey.
no,
doesn't know.
that's
On the
something
show,
else.
she's seeing him. Like a part
Right,
of
no,
the
but I thought
character.
she was. I got it wrong. Here's a picture of Kevin's wife, by the way.
Let me see this.
Her name is Susan Yeagley.
Susan Yeagley.
Very talented. Very funny.
She is talented.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Yes.
No work
Very
done.
attractive. No work?
No work at all.
Boy, she is attractive.
Yeah.
What a body. And this is before the baby, or?
Make me an offer.
Is it? 500,000
That
right
is,
now.
let me take a look at that.
Look at that. Right there.
This is like being in a courtroom.
Go ahead.
You want to see the picture?
Before or after the baby?
I'm looking at me. I think that's probably before.
Yeah.
No, that's 9 months pregnant right there.
Yeah, wow, that's good. I didn't gain a pound.
Yeah.
Well, she's a very attractive woman.
Thank you.
I can see why you.
I gained 30 pounds during the pregnancy.
Is it hard? Is it hard? Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Is it
She's
hard?
nice looking.
My first kid, I gained a ton of weight.
You get nervous.
You do.
You start eating.
A girl like this, to get her, you got her on the first date, or did you have to put in a lot of time?
Here's what I did.
Go ahead. Be honest.
I'm always honest. You know me.
Not always, but go ahead.
Well, I skirt around honesty pretty well.
Go ahead.
What happened was, I'm going to do a pilot. It's for a friend of mine, John Henson. He was doing a pilot for a talk show.
I know that guy, John Henson. Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
And I get into the makeup room, and Susan, is sitting in a makeup chair. She's waiting to go on. She's been waiting for hours.
Yes.
The show's running behind. I see her. And loud enough for her to hear, I say to my makeup artist, I said, can a single guy adopt a baby? I mean, you always hear about single women adopting babies. Can a single guy adopt a baby? And she went...
She perked up.
And I kind of saw her from my peripheral vision.
Yeah.
But I meant that. I was serious about it because I wanted a kid.
Very sensitive.
When you figured that's what a woman would respond to?
Well, if she responded to it, then that was the woman that I was interested in.
Why? Because, in other words...
I was ready to have a kid.
Yeah, I
wanted
see.
a kid. Yeah. But also, I liked her, too.
But when you look at a broad like this, you go, man, I don't know if she's even in my league. I got to go check this out, see if I can get her.
Exactly. So we waited for a couple more hours before both of us went on. And I got to know her, and we laughed a lot, and she liked me. And
Natural breasts?
Yeah.
Wow, and they're big. What are they, D's or C's? You
never asked her.
You don't know her bra size, and you married her?
Yeah.
Wow,
No.
I would never do that.
You went in blind, huh?
I went in blind on it.
Beautiful. And does it take you a long time to get in her pants, or do you have to?
I was wearing her pants after the first date.
Well, you're quite the ladies' man. I'll tell you that. I didn't know that about you.
No, but you know what? I'm a slow mover, Howard. I'm a lot like you. You're probably very.
I'm romantic.
Yeah, you're romantic once you kind of feel confident with her.
Right.
But leading up to it, you're probably not sure. Even though you're Howard Stern,
Right.
You're a little maybe intimidated.
I think
by a hot
because
girl.
I'm Howard Stern, I move slowly because I'm pretty sure they don't want me.
but even
That mother almost passed out when she heard I was on the scene.
Didn't she hang up?
But
She
even
hung
if
up,
you
yeah.
weren't Howard Stern, even if you weren't Howard Stern, now I'm doing you. No, even if you weren't Howard Stern, you would act slowly, but then once you got her, you would romanticize her, and
Yes.
you would be in her pants.
All right. Well, listen, I'm proud of you. You're doing very well. Kevin Nealon, you got to go see him at Caroline's, Broadway, Manhattan. You got to read the book. Yes, you're pregnant, but what about me? It's in stores now. It's all Kevin all the time.
And if you don't like Kevin, you might see Howard at the show.
That's right.
You'll never come.
No, I might come. I don't know. I got to see what's going on.
I think you'll find me funny.
According to Artie, I will find you funny.
Yes.
There's no doubt. All right. Hey, Kevin, thanks for coming on
Thank
the show.
you, Howard. It's a
pleasure to speak to you.
It was exciting.
Kevin, how'd it go, man?
I don't know. I think it went all right.
I think it went well too.
Yeah. I mean, he's very. He was very inquisitive, as I knew he would be. Wasn't that painful? It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, well, no tough questions, right?
Not yet. They get you on the second time.
The second time
They have you
around, he
back,
was feeling you out, right?
Yeah. I still, treading lightly. Don't completely trust getting there, though.
So don't do anything stupid between now and next time. Don't give him any ammo.
No fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a good time today?
No, it was a great time. It was good to see, Artie and Gary and everybody. And he's Howard is very congenial, very nice, and I will continue to be a fan and a listener.
Awesome. All right, man. Thanks for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
By the way, Robin, the most of the email that we got from yesterday's show centered around you again and your controversial diet techniques by putting beads behind your ears.
Again, diet techniques.
Yes, diet techniques. And also your chastising of Scott the engineer is trying to put down his diet.
I wasn't putting down Scott's diet. I was just saying he should look into his cellular health.
You were saying he looks bad.
And, I just can't sit around watching people not be well anymore.
But
Sorry.
he is well.
He is not.
You were very mean to him, by the way.
And you were very,
Go ahead.
what I would call, what do they call it when you assist someone to continue to be unhealthy? You're an enabler.
How so?
You're saying, oh, no, he's fine.
He is fine. What's wrong with him?
Fine. He looks fine.
What? Why am I unhealthy?
You're not unhealthy.
You think you in other words, you look so much better than him.
And Tim went through the same thing. Tim's lost a lot more weight. Do they look the same?
Honestly, yeah. I don't think Tim looks that good.
Tim looks wonderful. He's got beautiful
Tim
skin.
walks around here like he's in a coma.
He does.
Are you kidding me?
I agree with Scott.
Every one of you wants to portray Tim as suffering.
Everything that you
Tim
do is
has
perfect?
rosy cheeks. He has
come on.
tight skin.
You
he
look
has
good
a
'cause of
beautiful
genetics.
jawline.
You have
well,
a good
where
skin.
did Tim get it from?
Tim doesn't look good.
Tim's skin isn't sagging.
Yes, it is.
Tim doesn't have a pallor.
You don't listen to the conversation behind Tim's back.
I don't care. I can see Tim.
Everyone says Tim looked better fat.
Well, he might be one of those people. That
Am I right?
that's
Does anybody else
but-
speak up if I'm telling us not the truth here? Did anybody else
Who
heard this?
says that?
I've heard it.
I've heard it too.
You heard yourself saying it.
I didn't. I actually, well, he did. He looks a little less alert.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
stop it.
rap on Tim is ever since he stopped eating.
You can actually see his eyes.
Ever since Tim stopped eating, there's a vacant look in his eyes. He can't really focus.
You
Since he
guys
stopped
are
eating.
so funny.
But all right, listen.
Just because you believe in something for yourself,
No, it has nothing to do
of course
with
it does. I mean,
belief.
I
It's
don't understand how you could say I'm not
seeing.
healthy. I don't look good.
If you're happy with it, go for it. I was just saying you could have more in life.
Well, here's some email. Listen to this. How the fuck will beads make you lose weight? Robin is so fucking fucked up. A lot of cursing in these emails.
Oh, they're
very
just
passionate about 'em.
angry.
Here's a guy who says, hey, geniuses, you want to know how to lose weight? Consume fewer calories than you burn. Beads behind the
there's
ear.
the genius.
Crazy. He goes, Robin's crazy, uptown New York bitch.
Uptown.
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 Let's get those beads, people. But by the way, someone sent me an article about these beads. Fat-burning beads banned in UK. You should. Do you have your beads in?
Burning beads.
Yeah, do you have your beads in today?
And they're on.
On? Are they on you today?
Yeah.
Okay. Fat-burning beads banned. There's been a victory for the advocates of a rational approach to health and fitness this week, as a company that has been marketing fitness beads has been forced to stop
This is
marketing.
not the same thing.
They're calling it snake oil in the United Kingdom. The company claimed that wearing fat-burning beads caused automatic weight loss. The company was preying on people who are overweight and willing to try anything other than strict diet and exercise to trim the fat down.
This comes with a diet. It doesn't say that the beads themselves
This does too.
alone will make you thin.
In one advertisement, the company claimed...
But I'm not advocating anything. I said I was trying this for myself, and I never mentioned it. So don't say I was advocating or promoting
Listen to this.
anything.
The beads are placed behind the ears, and this is supposed to magically melt fat. The company behind the
That is not
fat-burning
what
beads,
this person says, and I haven't even told you who the person is.
they have promised to stop mailing their product to United Kingdom addresses. This is all banned. The company used the principles of Chinese medicine. Isn't that what this company's telling
That's
you?
what they say.
And acupuncture.
But again, I told you I was checking it out. I don't tell anybody to do anything.
Listen, I'm telling you, you're in with the wrong crew. Listen to this. The company.
I'm not in with any crew.
Just listen. The company used the principles of Chinese medicine and acupuncture to help market its magic beads. Take
Was
those
it
beads.
Dr. Wu?
Wait a second. It might be. Let's see. I don't know. Hold on. I'll tell you.
That's not the name. I'm making it.
Oh, they have names here. I'm kind of keeping them off because it's based in Hong Kong. They claim that the beads manipulated acupuncture points behind the ear, which induce a fat burning without diets, exercise, or effort, and that customers can lose 30 pounds of fat in 1 month just by wearing the
Again,
beads.
he says without exercise or effort or dieting, and that is not the case here.
Alternative medicine does have some useful tools and remedies, which can help relieve stress and tension as well as treat some minor conditions, but there are no remedies for being overweight other than changing diet and exercising. All right, well, anyway, listen, Good for you with your beads. You want to keep them in, but keep them in. But I'm just telling you, at least I'm saying something. All right.
Oh, now he says something, but I don't need any help.
I'll take the heat off Robin here.
Not that I ever needed any help. I was always searching.
The fat-burning beads, though, are banned in England. They said enough.
What? Just because they think it's a con?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's exactly what they think. Just because of that.
I mean, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything physically to you. It's just a con.
People were complaining that somehow they weren't losing weight from their beads
as they were eating their 5th chocolate cake.
Right.
Well, again, to say that you are going to lose weight by rolling some beads behind your ears is ridiculous.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, enough of Robin. Going to let her off for a few minutes.
Oh, who do we move to now?
Let's go to Yucko the Clown, who wants to weigh in. Okay, Yucko, you're up.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad she got rid of the beads. Here's an idea.
She didn't get rid of the beads.
Well, tell her to get a matching plate, put a plate in her lips so she can see how much food she's eating. You crazy bitch!
Oh, my goodness. Yucko has it in for you lately.
He does? I don't think so. I mean, that's the first time he's mentioned me in a long time in all of his fights. He's been fighting with Gary so much.
Maybe I'm confusing you with Gary. Naomi, you're on the air.
Hi, good morning. I was on this diet also, Robin. You're
with
not
the beads?
It's not beads. They're little magnet balls.
Magnet balls.
You were right yesterday. They are metal. They're not plastic. Those are metal.
Right. I don't think you should keep metal that close to the back of your head.
It's magnets. It's not even
magnets. Even worse.
Magnet balls.
That Robin. That's why I'm stepping in.
No,
listen, I have no
magnet
right.
Balls.
Robin could do whatever she wants. When I hear magnet balls.
Well, why are you
That
taking
can't be
her
good.
word for what's behind mine?
Because
Oh,
I've done
please.
it so many times. That's my go-to diet when I want to lose real quick but gain it back 50 times more after whatever party's over. And that's what you're going to do. If you're on a plan...
I am not doing that diet. I don't do that diet. I eat the exact same way I always have.
This is an intervention going on right now, ladies and gentlemen.
But you said you're researching what other people are doing.
Listen, Robin.
Right, I wanted to see what the beads would do.
I would never keep...
It's the starvation diet part that is making them lose the weight, not the beads.
Well, I'm not doing that, my dear. I'm a vegan. I don't drink milk.
It does help you stop eating because when Robin walks by a refrigerator now, she gets stuck to the door.
You can't open it. You're just trying to get your head off the door.
From the magnets.
They're little magnet balls.
Well, can you imagine a magnet ball is behind Robin's ears? Take those things out now.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a magnet.
It's a magnet.
They're metal.
A plastic I will deal with.
Well,
Not a
listen,
magnet.
I don't like that near your brain.
Don't you have to get it changed every 10 days?
That's what they say, yeah.
Every 10 days. Because the magical powers of the magnets
they
will...
lose their power after 10 days.
Right. Do you have to pay more every time you get the new magnet?
$75 each time you go.
How much?
$75 each time
She
you
was
go.
going to a different person.
Can you imagine?
It's the same
No, they're
person.
treating you, they're giving you the Scientology celebrity treatment.
The Scientology celebrity treatment.
Ching Chong Charlie over there is saying, hey, listen, Robin Quivers. No charge.
You said you wouldn't say the name of the company. It's Ching Chong Charlie?
It's Ching Chong Charlie's
That's
Chinese
the one.
magnets.
I'm writing that down.
Ching Chong Charlie, Chinese magnet.
Chinese magnet.
Ching Chong Charlie, Chinese magnet. Come on, let's go.
It's a Russian doctor.
Yeah.
It's a Russian program.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Those
Chinese.
fakakta Russian.
Like the Russians know anything. The sons of bitches. You can't get toilet paper over there, but they figured out to stick a magnet on the back of someone's head and rip off them. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
She says she does it continually. Listen to her. Don't listen to her. Listen to her and don't listen to her.
That's my point. You want to end up like her?
I'm not. Oh, I just can't.
You've got two magnets behind your ears.
Not anymore.
Oh, you took them off?
I'm taking them off now.
Good, thank you. That's all I was saying. I don't like the sound of this.
Because I'm not doing this program. In fact, the whole idea that you might think I am, I have to take the magnets off because I'm not doing anything different than I ever have.
You were acting very strange with those magnets on. Now I can tell you, now that you're free of the magnets.
Oh, you thought you detected something.
Oh, wait a second. Now you're normal again. You came back to me. Did you take them off, really?
I haven't yet. I've got headphones on.
Take them off. Let me see. I want to make sure those things are out. I have to intervene.
I won't take them off.
You have to take them off.
Crazy. Ouch.
Oh, is it off? See? See already? See, there's a little burn mark in your head.
A burn mark.
Is it off?
There's one.
Oops, you just gained 15 pounds.
Again, I wasn't doing this for fear of gaining weight.
Thank God she took it. She didn't even know they're magnets. They're putting a magnet on her head.
They should have told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I should be aware if I'm being magnetized.
These magnet? No, not magnet.
All right, everyone who was concerned, Robin's magnets
All
are
right.
off.
Do
Thank
you understand now that I have no fear of gaining weight?
Oh, she's eating right now. She's running to the refrigerator.
I'll be back.
Maybe you better put the magnets back on you.
I'm Jay Thomas, and I'm going to just visiting Howard. That's all. And then I'm going to promote my show on Sirius XM, and it's like walking by, and they must have had an open, like an open moment.
So you're just here to shoot the shit?
That's it. Yeah.
It's always good when you just come on without anything specific to talk about, because anything can come up, right?
Anything could happen. I mean, I'll tell stories about what's happened. That's all. But we'll drive people into my show in the afternoon, and then the Howard 101 show on Friday morning. That's it. And now, of course, that I'm here and it's early and I've been drinking all night, I'm sorry that I'm here, but I'll make it through.
Jay is a very, very well-known actor, comedian. He's called in our business a triple threat. Oh, yeah. I forget what the third thing is that
I don't know.
Radio. You forgot that.
Radio, right. Radio, acting,
triple threat. How are you? Hey.
Dancing, singing, everything.
Well, everyone asks me why I don't get invited on Dancing with the Stars.
I was just going to ask you that. I don't know why.
I don't know. Does that mean that I'm just the lowest of low? Because it's like
you're washed up.
It's like the Dancing with the Indicted now with the guy. He looks ridiculous, and he thinks
Tom DeLay.
He looks ridiculous. Did you see with the little Village People vest he has on? So
reality shows.
I'm shocked that you actually watch the show.
Of course he watches it.
You know what? For the radio show, I watch all kind of horrifying crap.
Because you have to comment on pop culture.
But my wife watches.
It's like Robin had to put magnets behind her head because she comments on these things. Yeah.
Clean House. And she watches the stuff where they clean people's houses.
Yeah,
and
the people who clean up the clutter and the crap.
But she'll watch it like every night. She'll watch the clean house thing. And you want to really comment and say, she used to watch Who's the Boss. So now we've actually, gone up from that.
Hasn't this hurt
she likes
your...
those cleaning shows.
Hasn't all of this, the way television has changed, hurt your career in a sense? It used to be sitcoms, acting work, which you're very good at, and you were on many sitcoms. You were on Mork and Mindy. You were on Cheers.
Well, it killed the sitcom.
It killed it, right?
You know where the sitcoms are? They're on the Disney Channel.
So what are you going to do now? There's less work, right? I mean, you want to act still, but where does an actor go? It's all reality show. Like you say, you'll have to go on Dancing with the Stars very soon.
The other thing is there's independent movies, so there's hardly any money going on there. It's just an odd time. I don't know what's going to ever happen, but this movie, Big Fan?
No.
With Patton Oswalt. It's
the Giant Fan thing, yeah. The guy who wrote The Wrestler.
They made the whole movie for $300,000. The whole movie.
So that's terrible
nobody's
news.
getting paid even.
Nobody's getting paid. Right, nobody's getting paid.
There was a time when you did, even Mork and Mindy, you got a lot of money for that. You quit your radio job. You went off to do Mork and Mindy. It was big money in television.
Right, ridiculous. They would start you like $10,000 a week, like starting salary. You would get that.
Was that what was happening on Mork and Mindy when you went out there?
You know what? I went out there and
you were making good money in radio. You were on WXLO.
I was. So I go out there and I make a deal for like $10,000 a week or whatever, and it was huge money. And we're having a big time and all. And so when they want to fire you out there.
Yeah,
they don't fire you. They cut your salary and lower your the shows you do. So I didn't have an agent for some reason. I wasn't with Don, and I was in between agents. But I had $10,000 a week. I didn't care.
Who cared?
And I did the Love Boat.
I remember
the Love
that.
Boat and all that. So. A guy calls me up and he says, well...
when I would hear you were doing the Love Boat, I would tune in because, you were a radio guy. For me, it was mind-blowing to me.
Making it.
I said, here's a radio guy who got out of radio and he's now on a sitcom. You were my hero.
What's her name? Marcia Brady was my love interest. What's her real name?
Not Eve Plum, but
the other one.
Maureen McCormick. Yeah, right. Maureen.
Yeah, Maureen McCormick. So they call me up, to go and do an episode of Love Boat. So I go to her house to learn the lines or whatever. And she comes out with little short shorts and a T-shirt and no bra. And I'm in Hollywood. Look, I'm thinking, man, this is fantastic. Right. So we do lines.
And she was cute back then.
Yeah, and then you read a book she was doing
doing blow, and she was screwing people. Not me. Nobody screwed me. Nobody offered me any cocaine.
You missed all of that.
I'm doing the wrong lines with her.
You mean you went over her house to rehearse your script
on Wilshire Boulevard,
and she comes out in little short shorts and no bra.
we go over the scenes or whatever, and it was kind of a sad movie. She dies in a television show. She dies in it.
In Love Boat?
She died in Love Boat.
Right. Well, look at the ship's doctor.
I think they
the guy from
screwed.
Get Smart.
Isn't that sort of an unbelievable plot when you think about all the people dying on cruise ships now? I mean, everyone disappears on these cruise ships.
You know what's funny? No one died back then on cruise ships, so they were keeping it quiet. Right?
It was sort of like a crystal ball, that show.
So I go to the thing and I read with her, and I think we went to dinner or whatever, and so we get back to the set, and then they introduce everybody, and I think that they must have messed up the parts because there was kind of a handsome guy there, and he was playing a sleazy gangster. So they introduce the cast, and they go, playing the beautiful ingenue today will be Robin, and everybody, claps, and you remember our other cast, and then they name the handsome guy plays the sleazy guy, and they go, and playing the handsome architect from Denver, Jay Thomas. I swear to God, everybody paused.
Like, what's wrong with the casting
And so
department?
I'm going, Jesus, I think I was supposed to play the sleazy whatever. So I'm the handsome architect. So they have a fan and stuff, and blowing your hair, and you're by the side of the boat, and I don't know. I had to kiss her, and she's crying and she's dying, and I love her, but she's dying. And we run up these stairs and we go off set, and it's in a dark little room, and you have to stand there until they yell cut. And I never did a thing to the woman. I kiss her, and she runs up the stairs, and I go, wait, and I run up the stairs with her like that, and when I get into the little room, she turns around and she goes, don't touch me! And I go, I wasn't going to do anything to you. Nothing. She goes, well, don't touch me. I went, and now I'm in a little tiny room, and they haven't yelled cut. I said, I wasn't going to do anything.
I'm acting.
I don't know what I did or what the deal was, but when I used to kiss these women on TV, you didn't know if your tongue had to come out or stayed in or whatever the deal was.
You weren't trying to be a brute. You were just trying to act.
You were acting the scene.
I tell you who I did hit on. There was.
Did you use tongue when you kissed Maureen McCormick?
No.
No.
If the woman tongues you, you're allowed to tongue
back,
but you can't.
Right.
That kissing of a woman in a movie, and I only did sitcom kissing. It is odd. It is strange.
What? Not to get
Sarah Jessica Parker, I kissed once.
Oh, no kidding.
I played a really sleazy guy, and I was looking at a house with her, And so she says, well, you could make the deal for this house. And I go, really? You can make the deal? Maybe I can make a really good deal. And I had to grab the back of her head and pull her toward me.
In, huh?
And I kissed her, and it was one of these dramas, and she looks at me, and I go, yeah, you and I can work together like that. So at lunchtime, I'm trying to talk to her, and she was acting like I was that guy.
Oh, my God.
And she's dating Robert Downey Jr. at the time.
Right.
So he comes in, and I go, all these guys are sissies. They're like, I don't want to say,
Right.
you know what I mean? They're not
men's men.
They're not.
Right.
Every time I see Jude Law has knocked up another ticket taker at a on a crosswalk or whatever, I think you could beat Jude Law. You could scare Jude Law. You could just get out of here,
Because
Jude
you're a
Law.
manly guy. You play sports. You're athletic.
I hate those guys. You know what?
Right.
Why do they screw these little skinny nothing guys?
Right. I mean, you're very muscular.
I'm very muscular.
You're right. No, but I'm serious. I see what you mean. And Sarah Jessica Parker gets confused, I guess, and thinks you're a real bad guy just because you're playing a bad.
They wouldn't even eat lunch with me.
Wow.
I don't know.
Because you're so manly.
Do you think
and
you're
they're used to
unattractive?
these-
I think you're a good-looking guy.
You know what? I had that white guy afro back then.
Sure.
I don't know. I think maybe I'm overbearing. I was overbearing. I think I looked like I was up to something at all times.
You look shifty.
I look very shifty.
Yeah, you do. So, I mean, look at the career you've had. I mean, you've really done a lot of.
You made out with Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's right. You've done a lot of important things. Wait, you were about to tell us a story about somebody you made out with. Maybe it was Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know.
No,
You were saying there was somebody that you hit on.
Yeah, you hit on somebody.
Yeah. I can't think of her name, but she was around when I was doing the Love Boat, and she was on the set, and I actually did hit on her.
She was an actress.
Yeah, and I put my hand on her. She married Clint Black. What was that woman's name?
Oh, she was cute. I know you mean, a blonde girl.
Lisa Hartman.
Lisa Hartman. So she's there.
Go ahead.
So I go,
Now
I'm going to
you're
hit on
talking.
her.
Well, of
She's
course.
not in the show.
Right.
I'm going to hit on her.
Right.
And she had like a really hot car, like, I don't know, a BMW or a Mercedes.
And she's sexy.
And so I lean on the car, and I do my like, hey, how's it going? And she looked.
How could a girl resist that?
And so she says to me, could you get your hands off the car? You're putting your finger marks on it.
She wouldn't even let you touch her car.
And she ended up with the big, tall guy that was on the Michael J. Fox TV show. What was
Let me
that?
think, who was that?
He played the mayor.
Big tall.
Barry.
Barry.
Barry, somebody. Bostwick.
Bostwick. Barry
Bostwick.
Didn't she end up with him?
No.
Were you angry that...
I think that was his girlfriend.
She did date him. Were you angry that she wouldn't even let you touch her car? I mean...
Yeah, it was awful. You know what else?
Were you very grateful when you met your wife? I mean, that she was...
I only dated townies, even in radio. I never, I tell you, I used to work at stations, and I would, screw every woman in the building.
You worked at a lot of radio stations.
I worked at a lot of stations, so I'd hit on the secretary and all that. And so early in the morning, there would always be a woman in early in the morning, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere working the morning show, and I would start hitting on her, and before you know it, we would screw while the news was on or something.
Sure.
Oh my God. In the building.
In the building in the morning.
I mean,
Now,
you had a wilder radio career than I ever did. I mean, I was wild on the air, but off the air, you always had a wild thing going. Everyone says about Jay that he was always wild. You would fuck girls during your show?
Yeah, during the news.
Good
I even
Lord.
did it in New York at when I was
XLO?
nuts. Yeah,
99X?
99X. And so...
Gee, I thought you were such a clean-cut guy back then.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. You have a
No.
show with half-naked women in here. I'm telling you, I get laid, at the building.
How did you work that? Like, in other words, when you were at 99X, which is a top 40 station, and you were the morning man, that was a big deal.
Right.
Didn't you feel
also at KTU?
Weren't you
also.
nervous if you fucked a girl during the show that like you wouldn't get back in time to change the record?
Well, we had news, right?
Yeah.
I would, but
How
I'd
long
have to
was the
go in.
news?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. And to the second.
This
Am
is
I correct?
romantic.
And you know what? I don't
you'd
think
meet
there
a
was
girl like who was the receptionist and say, "Quickly, come back."
It would usually be a woman that would have to come in early and do the logs or something,
Right.
fill out something
Traffic
or other.
girl, yeah.
Traffic girl would be
Right.
the traffic girl.
Right.
Well, and I always thought no one knew it. Of course, everyone knew what I was doing. And the way that I finally got caught was when I would put the girl on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody else's desk, and apparently her ass would leave a mark on the papers on this person's desk.
Oh.
And the person didn't want to turn us in because they said, I don't want to get in trouble for turning Jay Thomas in.
Right, you were the
Everybody
star.
knew I was doing it.
Where would you go? To somebody else's office? Wouldn't you go into your office?
There would
and do
be
it?
an office that would be open. She
Right.
would be working at it, and I'd go, look, I only have like 5 minutes. Let's get crazy, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And we weren't doing drugs or anything.
Right.
That would have been fine, too. But and so you just get on the desk or, you'd have oral sex or whatever.
So when I heard you doing these shows, who knows what was going on during the news? You might have been banging somebody.
I didn't do it like every day.
Right. But it
in the
happened a lot.
Carolinas, I did it a lot.
No
There was
kidding.
a lot in the Carolinas.
So you had a real radio career.
I would have
was
women come in
sequestered.
to win tickets, and we'd have sex in my office, and I'd give them tickets to concerts.
Good Lord.
No
Sometimes they'd left their kids out in the lobby. That was always the bad
That would
one.
be strange.
Yeah.
Boy, how many girls you figured you've had in your lifetime?
When I see those numbers, I was a disc jockey, and I would have been like a guy that owned a trucking company if I hadn't been a disc jockey.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of women, but not to brag about it. And they always had a good time with me.
Right.
Yeah?
I always had a great time.
Yeah,
You
of
had a
course.
great time.
Listen, you're Jay Thomas.
Yeah, but after a while, your brain gets a little soft because you don't know why you're having sex anymore.
Well, I can imagine,
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of how people thought I was conducting myself off the air. But, I got married very young. And
You were married the whole time.
I was married
But you
the whole
don't like to
time.
go out.
I don't. You see, you love going out.
See, I went
Jay's
out
very social.
and I was drinking last night at a bar, and these two gigantic Korean women there's these Koreans in our building. It looks like I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But I was going to
stay
say
away
from
something
that.
awful.
You went out-
I was
Stay away from
going to
that.
say something awful.
You went out drinking in Manhattan.
Yeah, and
Right.
so these.
So you're the
this-
kind of guy, you'll go even by yourself to a bar, right?
No, not really. I mean, I'll read a newspaper or a magazine or whatever, but I'm not looking to meet anybody. About a 6'3" ex Olympic swimmer, Korean swimmer.
Right.
found me cute and animated, and the next thing you know is talking to me in the bar and all. And of course, everybody thinks, I did something. But what's funny about being on TV and the radio is it was like having big tits.
Right.
You walk into a bar and you don't have to hit on anybody.
Right. They come to you.
And they'll
Right.
whisper, even if you'd like the slice and dice guy in the middle of the night, he used to get laid. That guy, Ron Popeil.
Right.
He used to get laid. You remember him?
Right. Ron Popeil, who would sell the
Anybody
infomercial
that's on
stuff.
TV gets laid.
Fame is an amazing thing.
It's
as long as you're
stupid, though.
somebody. Because you know what it is? Women trust you. They say, well, he's got a good job.
It's like they know you already.
Right. So they
you
seem to
got
feel you're
past
safe.
a certain barrier.
The combination of fame and blow, that's a big one.
The one I love is when they don't know who you are, and then people recognize you, and in about an hour, they're going to lay a guy that they didn't know who he was.
That's right.
But now other people have recognized him, so I got to get some of this.
Right.
See, it's amazing. You were very smart in your career because there was a point in time, especially when you were up and coming, that you were single and you got to take advantage of this fame. And
But wasn't it uncomfortable around the state? I mean, were you screwing different girls at the station?
Yeah, the worst one was 99X. I think I would go into
WXLO in New
I would
York.
go into different offices, and I'd get off the air, and I would go, and each one, they had one woman that spoke in tongues actually, and I don't know what she was ever saying.
Were you picky at all?
I guess everybody was adorable. We're all young. Everybody
Yeah.
was great, but there was a line of offices. There would be the traffic woman, there was the music director, then there would be some sort of assistant, and I would move in and out of the offices.
You were a busy bee. You were just moving.
I was
like
a busy bee.
Pollinating every
Right.
flower.
I was a
yeah.
busy bee. I was.
Do you think you were a sex addict? In a way.
That's another stupid thing when you see that. What's a sex addict?
Well, I didn't used to think that there was something about
That's
that, but a sex.
not
But
true.
do you think that you were? It wasn't that you were that horny.
It
wasn't that you were that horny. It was that you felt you had to connect with every single.
No,
one.
I didn't. I didn't.
I do think that, man.
No, you would just connect, and you'd be in the office, and you'd be talking, and
But wasn't it embarrassing afterwards because basically you had to see them the next day and you didn't? Now you're not fucking them anymore.
No, but
you never took one of these girls out to dinner.
Yeah, I would take them out to dinner.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
No, I would have relationships with them for years.
Oh.
And I'd go to their weddings and stuff.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I was their friend. I was their fuck buddy. I don't know. What do you want to call it?
So you're the kind of guy. Yeah, I would describe you as a
It was
very social
available.
guy.
It was available.
So you're a social guy, even though you're a morning guy and all that. You will always go out at night.
I'll stay
People
out
think-
late. Yeah.
You will stay out late. I don't know how you do it physically.
I didn't want to do. I went out. We stayed out till 2 a.m. last night, and I said, "Jesus, I got to do Howard. This is stupid.
Right, but you do it, and then what do you do? You don't care about sleep. You don't get sick a lot from not
I
sleeping.
don't get sleep. No, I don't get sick.
You don't get sick because you like for example, Monday night, my wife's out of town, and I get a
Really?
call. I got a call from.
Isn't that in the paper every day now?
Yeah, I got a call from Steve Martin. You know who Steve Martin is?
You mean the comedian?
The comedian. Steve called me up, and I'm friendly with. I've gone to dinner with Steve.
Do I know who Steve Martin is?
I don't know who you know. You're so busy fucking. So
You might have missed him.
you were busy with the Love Boat.
But he's boring, Steve Martin.
No, a terrific guy. But that's
no,
not the
but
point. I'm not here to debate the merits of Steve Martin. I
Yeah.
think Steve is a genius. But
So did you and Steve get together?
no. So Steve called me up. He says, "Hey, listen, we're going to dinner with Ben Stiller and his wife." He says, "I think Beth's out of town, but would you like to join us?" Now, Jay is a smart guy. He would say,
go.
"You know what? Let's go." In fact, they were even eating early, 7 o'clock.
2 seconds, I'd be there.
Right, because
Why
it's
wouldn't you?
I said to myself, I'll be sick. It's too late. I've got to get to bed by 9 o'clock at least. I need to organize for the show the next day. I'm completely focused on this fucking show.
It was ridiculous.
I know. But
By
this
the
is how I
way,
think.
when you get it, I mean, I have to listen, and you're certainly great, and they pay you a lot of money, but this is not difficult to do.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
for
you
me
had
it
the
is.
women in here taking their clothes off and answering questions, and Sal, and
I
I mean, come on.
I had to
we're not-
craft that. I had to get people naked.
You weren't doing Benjamin Button in here a few minutes ago. You know?
I feel I need to be focused for the show.
Well, you're stupid. You shouldn't do that. You
That's
should go
silly,
to
right? I
dinner.
should have gone to dinner.
Go to dinner. You
Right.
live. You know what? What you really have to do is stop being like that. I don't know how else to tell you,
But maybe that's why I'm so successful, because I'm so focused
No.
on the show. Don't
No.
you think?
It would make no
It has
difference
nothing
at
to do.
all.
it has
Look,
nothing to do with
drunks
that.
and drug addicts who stayed out all night were hugely successful.
Is that right?
Lenny Bruce was on heroin. He was very successful.
Extremely
If
successful.
Steve Martin had called him, he'd have gone out with him.
So your advice to me is to pay less attention to the show and get out and
No,
do your
come
thing.
home at 9 o'clock. You'll be fine. Go to
I see.
early dinner and come home.
Right.
But what it does is...
I wake up tired. I need my sleep.
This is all, but you program yourself. Do you hear what you just said to yourself?
Jay has he has a good attitude.
Jay says, I'll go out and have a good time, and then I'll get up and do
I was
the show.
tired this morning. I'll take a nap later. Or,
You'll rally.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Who were you out with last night? You went
I
to
went
the
out
bar.
with the people from my show.
Okay.
And we were having a nice time. But I was...
Is that nice? Did you at some point get very fatigued and say, I can't talk to these people anymore. I'm exhausted from talking. I just want to be by myself and
But
think.
he doesn't see them that often. You don't. You guys don't work in the same.
No, but I stayed
find-
with them for 45 minutes, and then I talked to the Korean women for a while. Then I went across town, and I had dinner with somebody else, and I do it in like 1 and 2 hour little segments.
Really?
And then when I came back, somebody called me, and they said, we're at the vodka bar, and I go to the vodka bar, and I said, I'm only going to stay an hour.
How much drinking do you do when you do this?
I probably do 2 or 3 drinks a day. You know, either wine
A day,
or
every day.
every single day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something or other.
Boy,
you
but
know.
you're having a lot of fun, aren't you? Because
I've always, but I'm from New
I
Orleans.
find that
That's a whole
exhausting.
different deal.
I don't feel that connected to people. I get exhausted from talking to people. I get tired. From it's exhausting. It's
Yeah, but you
draining.
have a whole dialogue going on in your head
I
about,
know.
am I being funny? Am I witty?
I don't know.
You know,
do they like me?
To me,
at
and I
some
even
point,
you're a
just
married
gonna-
guy. Why go through all this if you're not going to get laid at the end?
No,
of
you're
the
not going to get laid. But you know what? You're not
Right.
thinking about getting laid. I
Right.
mean, and listen, when it's no fun anymore, you go, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get up.
I got to get across town.
All right,
Oh,
well,
so
maybe
what do
I'll
you do?
learn.
You sit alone? That's
Yes.
fun. Sitting
I love
alone
it.
is fun.
I
And
love
watching what? Television?
Television. I play chess.
Jesus. You know,
love
if I
it.
watch
study
TV
chess
and I'm
books.
alone, that's depressing to me.
Yeah,
You know?
well-
I mean, if you were writing a novel or something, I can understand.
See, it's depressing to me to be out with people.
Well, you know, it sometimes I don't want to be with anyone, but
I want to get together with you one time. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
nothing
Me-
exciting is going to happen.
No, I'm going to go to dinner with you.
I'm not as exciting as Steve Martin.
I want to watch. Listen, Steve's
When I was
a
on
genius. Let me tell you
99X,
about
he was
Steve
the
Martin.
hottest comic.
Steve's a genius.
He came on the show and he wasn't funny. So that was like, 25 years ago. And he wasn't funny. And I never forgave him. I don't like these star comics who come on shows and
Listen,
they're not funny.
Steve Martin put out some of the greatest comedy.
He
made
did.
great
I
movies.
worshipped
and
him.
that book he just wrote was brilliant. I'm talking about
What about
the
the
book.
Pink Panther movies? Why does he do those?
I didn't see Pink Panther.
For the money.
Listen, the same reason
It's
you did
time
Love
for the
Boat.
payday.
Same reason you did Love Boat.
I wouldn't do Pink Panther if I was Steve Martin or
Why?
with 8 You Get April.
think
It's
you'd
embarrassing.
have
He wants
some
to. He
dignity,
wants to
right?
act.
No, he can do anything he wants. It's embarrassing.
All right.
It's
Well,
embarrassing.
listen, you can take it up with him when he invites you to dinner.
I'll tell you, the other day, this hadn't happened in some of my sitcoms, Kelsey Grammer's doing a television show.
Go ahead.
So they said, hey, there's the part of The Best Friend, but it's not going to be every week. You can do your radio show and
Great.
and be fabulous. I
Great,
go, good.
right?
And I go, gee, I'm
Finally.
getting ready to leave for New York and all. They go, look, you've got the part.
Go ahead.
Just go into the building and meet him. And
Meet Kelsey Grammer.
No, I know Kelsey
Yeah,
and,
right.
and the other director guy who did Cheers. And so I said, all right. So I rearranged my schedule. All I got to do is go in.
Right,
That's all I
because the
gotta do.
part's yours.
It's mine.
Right.
So I go in and I rearrange everything, and I get in there, and there's 40 people waiting to be I'm thinking, this isn't even like that special, right?
Yeah.
So I go in, they laugh, I read. All I got to do is go in.
Right.
I get back in the car, and I'm heading for the airport, and my the manager guy calls me up, and he goes, Jesus, God, you're not the right height and weight.
Oh, stop
They said,
it.
you did a great job. They always say, you did a great job. But I said, what are you, crazy? They know how tall I am and everything. And I thought I should have not gone out of my way. I should have just said.
Why do people say to you? Well, I got to ask you a question. about
I don't
show
know.
business. I've heard these kind of stories before. Why do people say to you, Jay,
know.
we love you, come in, it's a formality.
I don't know.
And the part is yours.
Just meet
And then
you.
you show up and there are 40 guys waiting to audition.
I don't know why they do
You're
it.
part of a cattle call.
I don't know why that
It's humiliating, right?
It's weird.
Because
It's
you
weird.
know the players, they've seen you act.
And the other guys are great, and whoever got the part is great, but they were different looking
In
guys.
other words, I'm asking you, why do they lie to you?
I don't know that I don't think they lie as much in New York, but in L.A. they cannot hurt your feelings.
Right.
It's they don't want to hurt your feelings.
I mean, I'm upset for you. Now, you did get some work in an upcoming movie. You were in the movie. The movie was out already. Snatched? Has it been out?
we just finished.
You
it.
finished shooting it.
It's about
a weird movie.
It's
huh?
about a guy that is going to give a kidney up. and he goes in to give a kidney up to like his brother-in-law or something. And when he wakes up, he has a vagina.
They botched the operation.
They botched the operation.
Wow. Now,
And Andrew McCarthy stars as the guy who loses his... everybody laughs at it. But a guy from my high school wrote it and called me, and it was an easy deal to make. And I got another friend to
Did you get paid for this one?
Yeah, it was really good. It's really good. So we go to New Orleans. We shoot it for like a month. It was fun. And so Andrew McCarthy is going to play the guy who loses his penis.
He's a good actor.
So I play the lawyer, and my line is, I smell money, and I'm on television, you know, I smell money, and I see his vagina, and I really smell money, you know. But I was watching him the first day, and it'll hit you sometimes when you're doing kind of a weird movie, and it hit him, I think, like the first day. He was playing a guy who had a vagina, and I was sitting, and I was being really quiet, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's hitting him. It's starting to...
He's realizing this is not good.
He's thinking, you know, I'm playing a guy with a vagina.
Yeah.
How is this going to go?
Right.
You know,
Right.
but everybody laughs at the premise. I
It's
don't
a
know
good premise, but
it is.
Yeah.
But and it's called Snatched. You know,
Snatched. All right. Well, I like the title. I like that you're in it. I will go see it when it comes out.
Good. I'm sure you will.
And recently,
will you go see it, or do we have to send you?
Send me a copy. I
Sure,
won't
of
go
course.
anywhere.
You never go to a theater, buy a box of popcorn, and sit with people.
No, I do. I do. I do.
When
that.
was
Do they
the last
bother
time you did that?
Do they bother you?
I can't
when you go
remember
out?
doing it.
People go out. Do they surround you like you're a monolith of some sort?
No, it depends on where I am. There was one day, the other day, things got overwhelming. I was walking down, I was trying to get to 53rd Street.
Were you alone?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was trying to get down to 53rd Street. Well, what happened was I was in a limo. President Obama was in town.
It was awful.
And I couldn't get down the street. So we were going to watch a movie at the Warner Brothers screening room. I got out of 57th. I walked down the street. No one bothered me. I got to 53rd. Then the cops stopped me because they wouldn't let anyone through because Obama was going to do Letterman. Well, then all hell broke loose because I'm standing there now. The cops won't let me through, and there's about 500 people waiting.
You're stationary.
I'm stationary, and that's what did me in.
Then you're surrounded.
Yeah, and I said to the cop, give me a break. Come on, huh?
And it looks like little pushins around you, right?
That's right. I'm a tall guy. So
now, how long are you going to keep the hair thing?
I'm going to keep the hair as long as it keeps on top of my head. What do you mean?
There's a point in time that it's...
Is my hair too long, you think?
When you get a certain age, I think that the
Do you
hair...
think it looks silly?
Yeah.
You do?
Really?
I do.
I think it was still looking good,
Well, no,
but you might be right.
I mean, not
you
that
might
I can
be
have
right.
really long hair, but I keep it short. I mean...
Well, you have no choice. You don't have that much hair left.
I don't have that much hair left.
I've got the hair.
I know, but it's...
Have you ever seen my
What is
face?
looking silly about it? What do you mean?
Have you ever seen my face without the hair?
Now, you know what? It's like the over-the-hill rock stars. It's like I saw Gino Vanelli
You might
recently.
be right.
You know Gino Vanelli? You remember Gino Vanelli?
I remember him.
So I'm at the Harrah's Casino in New Orleans. Yes, I was gambling there, and I was doing a burlesque show there also or something. So we're having a big time. Gino Vanelli comes in the restaurant, and he still is trying to have the hair, that Gino Vanelli hair.
Right.
And he looks ridiculous with the hair.
You think I'm at the ridiculous point?
Not ridiculous.
Listen,
not yet.
I've gotten way shorter. I've shortened my hair. In fact, I'm getting a haircut today, and
Okay,
it's much
that's good.
shorter.
It is shorter.
It is shorter. So I mean, I think it's appropriately short. It's not. It's not. It's not like the traditional haircut. It's a little bit of a.
And you
bouffant.
have no gray hairs, or is that dyed?
No, not dyed at all. I do have gray hair, but I'm not coloring my hair.
Okay.
I'm not doing any of that weird shit.
No, you know what? I mean, I don't want. I know it's probably going to send you into some, therapeutic tailspin.
I'm already there.
With your hair. But I was just wondering, how long do you? I mean, do you go all? You're like, will you be 70 with the long hair?
I don't have the answer for you.
A silver ponytail? Will you have that? That's the one I like.
If you notice, my hair's gotten shorter.
It has,
and it's getting shorter. I'm starting to move into that area where I make it shorter and shorter.
Right.
Beth likes it shorter. And that's the way it's going to be. But will it ever be a traditional haircut? I don't know. But listen, guys do stuff.
Will
they
you
fix
ever
their teeth.
dislike her after a while, like men?
Of course, I'm a guy.
Dislike their wives.
No, so far so good.
You're all like.
I love her. I'm having a good time.
How many years
do you dislike your wife?
No, we've gone through everything, but we happen to be going through a good period now. But
you've gone through dislike and then liking her.
Yeah, you wake up. I'm sure she couldn't stand me either. You just don't like each other. You look at each other, and
I think that's why Beth maybe took this job. Maybe she didn't like me so much anymore.
I don't know.
Because she left for a month, so I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe she, in some level, she was kind of like, I need to get away from this guy.
A little space.
Because in the
she
beginning
doesn't
of the
need
relationship,
you as much as you need her.
That's right.
Because every 5 minutes you say she's out of town.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I need her. She doesn't need me that much.
So when you're just sitting around watching TV, does she just stare at you?
No, she has a very busy life. Trust me.
She's working around
She's
the house?
working. She's got a bunch of jobs that she's doing. So she is.
And so you're miserable by yourself.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But he won't go out and meet people.
Right. It's very weird. Tell me about this movie you did, TV movie. Lindsay Lohan was in it?
Yeah, well, it
When
wasn't.
was this?
It wasn't a TV movie. It was going to be a regular movie.
Oh.
And so it was called Labor Pains. So.
What do you play? Like dad, Lindsay Lohan's dad? Or
No,
something?
I play like an older guy at this publishing firm, and I'm looking at her and looking at her ass and all, and then she gets pregnant, and it turns me off.
Right.
But she's faking pregnancy because she's going to get fired.
Right.
So she fakes it, and she falls in love with the guy, and she really gets pregnant. So there's Lindsay
Sounds
Lohan.
horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, right.
I like Snatch better.
Yeah,
me too.
Snatch is a good one, right? That's right.
Right.
Well, so I get to the set, and there's all this paparazzi there, and I haven't been, it's been years since I've been around all the paparazzi stuff.
Right. These guys want to take pictures of Lindsay Lohan every minute.
And they are Armenians, and they're from the Valley, and they're like the group of paparazzi from the Valley. And if other paparazzi come, they run them off, and they fist fight, and it's a
You
danger.
mean paparazzis have territory?
They do.
Wow.
This is the Armenian kind of territory in the Valley, and they were taking her picture and the whole thing. But here's what's upsetting. When you walk, like I would walk out, they would lift their cameras and then go, oh, no, and they'd put it down. So you wish your picture was being taken, too.
Right.
And after a few days, you hate these guys because they have no friggin' interest in you.
Right.
So she's smoking a cigarette, and they're taking a picture of her. So I would try and, get in the picture. I would, stand behind her. I don't even smoke. I was smoking a cigarette.
It's demeaning to a guy with your talents that you've got to sit and try to get yourself into the picture with Lindsay Lohan.
So here's Lindsay Lohan. You come to the set, you sit down, she's in the thing getting her makeup done. She doesn't say hello, hi, I'm Lindsay. She's not a bad person.
That's disrespectful.
No, she's just unsophisticated.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't say anything. So I don't even think she ever knew my name.
Right.
So the paparazzi are taking pictures and the whole thing, and I'm working and I'm thinking, what is all this? They knock on my door and they go, Jay, it's Lindsay's birthday. Do you want to come down? We're going to give her a cake. I go, I have no fucking interest in giving a cake to her. So I close the door, and I'm in there going, Jesus Christ, maybe I should go down there while they're giving her the cake. So I waited in my trailer for a few minutes, and I cracked the door open, and people are gathering in front of her door, like, Cheryl Hines is there, she's in the movie, and I'm thinking, oh, Christ, I guess I got to go down. So by the time I get there, I'm on the edge, and the cake is delivered, but it's right in front of me. So when Lindsay come out, I go, happy birthday, Lindsay. And it was like I gave her the cake. So I took complete credit for the cake. Happy birthday, Lindsay. So, and then paparazzi's coming, and they're
Thank
taking
you, Jay.
Yeah, all of that stuff. But so the Armenian guys were really pissing me off. And Turkey played Armenia the day before in soccer. And I guess Turkey had killed every Armenian.
Right.
So it was a big game, right? So Turkey wins the game. So a guy says to me in the sports bar, he goes, man, that's going to cause a riot, because and I go, wait a minute, you mean the Armenians hate the Turks? They go, oh, God, they hate them. The next day, I go over to the paparazzi guys. I go, look, let's bury the hatchet, okay?
Yeah.
Because you guys had an exciting thing yesterday. And they go, what is it? What did we have? I go, well, you're all Turks, right? You won the big game, didn't you? They went absolutely nuts. The security guard had to come.
Wow.
And every day I would call them and go, hey, Turks, how's it going? Oh, they went crazy.
Now they noticed you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now they know your name.
But what would happen is
Right.
they would get a phone call, and they would all jump in these little Honda-like cars and ride away because someone had called them, and they would say, some other star is across town.
Yeah, I mean, this is you realize how big this is. The Armenians hate the Turks because the Turks killed millions of them. You know what I mean?
They wipe them out.
Yeah, there's a whole thing there.
Well, that's a good insult if ever you meet an Armenian. You just keep calling them a Turk over and over again.
Right. I can't believe you did that. Well, listen, it sounds like things are going just about the same as they've always been.
That's exactly right.
You're
Pretty
right
mediocre.
Yeah,
I'm right under the radar where I like to be.
Well, I love you. You got to be. You're going to be a big
thanks.
star yet. I'm telling you.
Your day is coming.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to die, and all my crap is going to come out then,
Yeah, right.
What's the use,
Oh, my
His
God.
love
Can
boats
you
were
believe
brilliant.
what Mackenzie Phillips is saying about John?
10 years she supposedly screwed him.
Yeah.
Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
No, Jay, I like you, but who are you, Frederick Fakai? Howard's hair is so sexy. That's his trademark.
My hair.
You jumped the bus. You got that corporate cut. Are you freaking kidding me? Howard, keep your hair curly.
Oh, I'm keeping it because Jay has never seen me with short hair. It's hideous. Jay, listen, Jay is not a famous hair designer, believe me.
He's not a fashion consultant.
Right. Did you see what Jay's wearing?
Well, I got a black T-shirt on, and I'm dressed much younger than my years.
Jay, I keep the hair long because my face needs the fullness around. I have a very long, hideous face. So
that's good.
Yeah, trust me, this has been analyzed by people more aware of this stuff than you.
I don't know how I'd cut it, but I like the little thing. The little what does the Jews have? The little taluses that hang down.
Payas.
The payasses. There, that's right. So this is Marianne. She's a huge fan of yours.
Yes, Ralph, go ahead. You're on the air with the great Jay Thomas. By the way, the reason Jay's here, not for his health, I want you to listen to Jay Thomas Show.
Sure.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sirius 108 and XM 138. And don't miss
139, I think it is.
Is it? Yeah. And don't miss Jay Friday mornings from 7 to 10 on, of course, right here,
Yeah.
Howard 101.
Yeah. That's right.
Which we love having him on. Ralph, go ahead.
Listen, it's a good show, and Jay is maybe an A-list guest on your show, but Jay, maybe if you got some sleep, you wouldn't be doing that annoying coughing every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I apologize.
See,
Sorry.
that's what I'm talking about. You can't be clearing your throat and coughing all the time. That's where you
That's
pay
the
for
booze,
it.
isn't it?
You're
That's
the
the
leading
vodka
man.
bar.
You're the lead singer. You got to take care of them boys.
If you just gone home before the vodka bar, you'd be fine.
I might have even forgotten I was doing this show at some point in the evening. There was a point where I went,
Do I have to work tomorrow?
Wait a second. I think I got something in the morning. Have I been clearing my throat? That's awful. I apologize.
I wasn't picking up on it, but Ralph.
Oh, I noticed it.
Ralph is a top young
Yeah, maybe if I had slept more and if I had just not had a life, I would have. I would have had your life. I mean, I don't know if I would trade the fun I've had for money. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
I am telling you that I can't do what you do and come in here and be effective. But that's
no. But I don't think I'm hurting If I was hurting myself, I wouldn't do it. I don't.
Okay.
I don't
I'm just
feel
telling
badly.
you, I have a problem.
But Artie and I could go out and have a brilliant time.
Oh yeah, Artie doesn't worry.
Yeah, I'm not the lead guy. I could just sit here and just.
Yeah, he can phase in and out of this.
It's impressive that Jay could do both, though. You know.
Yeah.
He
No, but I'm not doing a lot.
Well, you do well, though. You're a successful host, and you party.
Yeah, but a little bit. But I'm from Louisiana, from New Orleans. We were raised.
Yeah, you got to party.
Yeah, we were raised like that,
You
and
have a party
everybody
muscle.
does. You have a party muscle.
Yeah.
I was raised, as I've said.
I like the party muscle.
I've said in my
That's
book.
a good title.
I've
The
said
party muscle.
I've said in my book, Jay, I was raised like a veal.
You're still acting like one.
I stayed in my house.
Oh man!
And I waited for the next thing. My mother told me, you'll get sick if you go out. You need your rest. Deep rest is very important. And if you go out, bad things happen. You'll see a lot of people got killed in the Holocaust. They went outside. If they stayed indoors, they would have been there.
Why is it that the stuff you hated as a child, that you do as an adult, I don't
because
get
you
it.
get trapped in a web. All right. All right. Listen, Jay.
Thank you very much.
I love having you here.
Next time I won't
loves
stay
you.
up till 2 in the morning.
No,
drinking.
I want
It
you to
was a
behave.
big mistake.
Behave professionally next time.
I will. I will.
Listen to Jay Thomas.
Thank you.
You're on this afternoon, right?
I'm on this afternoon from 3
to
until 6. I'll
That's
be
on
wide
Sirius
awake.
108 and XM 139. Don't miss Jay right here Friday morning. You're talking about tomorrow morning from 7 to 10 on Howard 101.
I'm going to get
You
a
going
good
out
night's
tonight?
sleep.
Yeah. No going out tonight.
No, I won't. You know what? I got to see what happens.
Let me
the
tell you
day is
something.
young.
You are A-list here, as Ralph said.
Thank you.
In our world, you're bigger than Lindsay Lohan.
Hey, Ralph.
Until she shows up.
Hey, there you go. Enjoy your breakfast, Ralph.
man.
Yes. How's it going, man?
Good.
You were pretty honest in there today with telling Howard about his hair. And,
Yeah, after at a certain point, it's you're too old to have that kind of hair. I really did. I saw Gino Vanelli. Remember Gino Vanelli with the hair, and he's still trying to keep it. Yeah, it's I mean, I could still have some sort of a afro-looking thing, but
Do you think he might have taken it the wrong way?
I think everything hits Howard, and I think he'll think about it all night tonight, especially because Beth isn't around. All that stuff.
At the gallery tonight.
Yeah, I think you'll think about it. Sure. I do that. It's like a little way for me to hurt somebody that's bigger than me. You just give them a little
Make
seed,
yourself feel a little better.
seed of insecurity. Exactly. Yeah. So.
So you had a good time today, man?
I had a great time.
All right, thanks for
All right,
stopping
thanks
by.
a lot.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about all the crazy rumors. We heard that Howard might be the new host of American Idol. We were trying to figure out if it's a real offer. Does that mean he's going to leave here? Is he going to try to do both? What's our future? We had a lot of questions. Here's how it went.
Gary, I'm sure everyone was bugging you all over the weekend. It was huge news. Is Howard going to replace Simon Cowell on American Idol? And Howard didn't confirm it, didn't deny it, but had a bunch of great ideas for how he'd improve the show.
First off, let me start by saying that I emailed him over the weekend. I said, wow, this is getting a lot of ink. Is there any validity to it? I said, it sounds like it'd be a cush gig. That was it. I didn't call him. I didn't do anything. And quite honestly, a lot of people were calling me, including people who work on the show. And so this morning I came in and I just mentioned to him during the break, I go, is there anything to that? I figured you'll discuss it on the air. I promise you I was not bugging him. I just wasn't.
Well, he had that smile on his face like, yeah, Gary, I'm not going to tell you. And
well, that I thought was why he was sort of, sucking me into the whole thing. Because you were there this morning when I said, are you pulling my leg or you just, is there anything to it?
And he said, I'm not going to tell you. And as you're walking away, he had the smile on his face like he's got one over on you. Are you tortured by this?
No. No, I'm not tortured by it. I mean, it'd be curious. Like, if that's what he wants to do, listen, I want to work on the show as long as he wants to work on the show. But if he decides he doesn't want to, then I'd just like to know for the future. But I didn't spend the whole weekend going, oh, my God, what am I going to do? I was just sort of curious if there was anything to it.
Well, Howard won't say so, but let me ask you, do you think he got offered this job?
I think there's something going on. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know whether I would guess that they would have made some sort of overture to him because Howard's not the kind of guy that calls up Fox and says, hey, can I be the next guy? He's never been like that ever. If somebody wants to give him the job, they come to him. So I think somebody might have snooped around and there's something to it.
And then the second part of the question, of course, especially after hearing that Fox affiliate newscaster say he'll never watch American Idol again, would Fox let this happen? Do you think Fox would let Howard be the judge on American Idol?
I think Fox almost needs somebody like Howard to be the judge. I think they need to do somebody. Listen, the one thing you can say about Howard being a judge on American Idol is there's nobody that has no opinion about it. Nobody goes, I don't care one way. So people either think it's a great idea or they think it's a horrible idea, but everyone has a thought on it, and that's good for them.
Now, what about the wardrobe, the trapdoor, all the other suggestions he had to improve the show?
Dude, I'm telling you, the idea of having a rack and pulling up McDonald's outfits, at first it would be like horrific. I think it's such a great idea. I think by the middle of the season Howard's on, there'll be sponsors looking to be part of that rack. Domino's would like to know, could they get an outfit on the rack?
Now, if you're Howard and you're offered that gig, do you take it? $100 million a year speculated for 13 weeks of work.
Well, if it were really, listen.
If those numbers are real.
It's so hard to say because he loves doing radio, right? And they say that he makes $100 million a year here. That's what people say. So if you're saying for the same amount of money that he's getting here to get up early every day and work, 42 weeks a year, he can do that and have most of the year off. I don't know how you pass it up. I mean, the only thing, the only thing is that he may be like sort of, he's leaving his legacy of radio behind. But I think he's already made his mark.
Do you think at this point, and I'm not sure, Howard is here at all for the money? I mean, I know he wouldn't do it not for a good salary, but isn't he already probably in a position where he should be doing what is the most fulfilling to him?
Right, and I think there's something fulfilling about that job to him. I think he sort of likes it.
No, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying that
you're saying it's not about the money.
Well, I'm sure the money could make it, competitive.
I think it is about the money, but it's no longer about the money in terms of financial need. I think it's about the money in terms of ego and self-worth.
Steve in California, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how are you? I don't think Howard's going for multiple reasons. One is what the guy commented on the HD. Howard, as we know, is very worried about how he looks on TV, and Howard on HD isn't going to be one of the prettiest things you'll see. And believe me, I'm no prize myself.
Steve, I've seen Howard up close. I see him up close every day. He's not doing any better or worse than anybody. HD, like, he doesn't have an acne problem or anything. I don't think HD's an issue for him.
And like he said, Steve, he's a judge. He's not a contestant.
Right.
Okay. And another thing is, do you think, and I have a question after this, do you think that there's a possibility that he could do the 13 weeks on American Idol and then do a limited satellite radio gig? Like when he's doing American Idol, he could, they can run best of or what have you, and then after that's over, he can have a limited satellite or even go back to terrestrial.
Well, one of the things I learned about satellite radio is that anything's possible. And as Howard pointed out this morning, Oprah's got a channel and she's barely here. So, yeah, I mean, would they be interested in some form of Howard? Anything's possible here. It's all new and it's all different. It's subscription radio. So, yeah, maybe they would be interested in Howard for 3/4 of the year.
Well, look at what Ryan Seacrest does. He has a radio show and he hosts American Idol.
Right. And
yeah, but hold on a second. Ryan's not putting nearly the effort into his radio show that we are. He goes in and he I don't know what he's doing over there, and right, I guess the whole radio show would have to move to wherever. Like, does Ryan's show travel when they're in Phoenix? Does Ryan do the show from Phoenix?
No, Ryan Seacrest show living out in California and Los Angeles. It's a very one of those like morning zoo shows where he probably only talks a few minutes.
No, I know, dude. I know what the show is. I'm saying that when American Idol travels, because Ryan only really needs a studio. It's just him, right?
Right.
Does he have a sidekick or anybody?
Yes, but I think, again, like Mark or Kevin and Bean out here, one could be in one location, another one's in another location.
Right. So we could all be here.
But like somebody brought up on the show today, Howard may not have to do those rounds. Ellen didn't travel at all. She's just doing Hollywood. And
I'm sure they're going to want Howard for those rounds. That's going to be part of the attraction of having Howard Stern doing American Idol, when they have those goofy people on where he could be really – where he can rip into them.
Well, I guess they could be held in Manhattan, the Bronx, anything local.
East Long Island.
Yeah, so you didn't have to travel.
And sometimes St. Louis.
But anyway, Steve, thank you for your insight there. Let's go over to Rob in South Carolina. Rob, you're on the wrap-up show. Rob, you there?
It's Reds.
Oh.
In South Carolina.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I've called in before. Hey, guys. I think it's a great. I saw it on the New York Post and told my wife, who's a huge American Idol fan, that Howard Stern may be taking Simon Cowell's place, and she flipped out. She's a huge Idol fan, like a lot of housewives. She's not a great Howard fan, and I think it's great for Howard. I think it's fun to talk about, but this is my prediction. Everybody get their pen out. Howard is going to be in the exact same chair he's in this time next year for a little bit more money than he's making now. The only change that you'll really see is maybe some staffing changes, but Howard's working it to stay it serious, and he's not going to travel around the country. I know there's been a lot of talk about that, but my gut feeling, he likes to play chess, he likes to spend time with his wife, and he loves his show, and he ain't changing any of that.
Well, Rez, before we get to the staffing changes, did your wife say that she wouldn't watch the show if Howard was, in fact, the judge?
I don't think she would. We didn't get that far because I was just too afraid to go any farther with her. But she's a big Christian, and all that kind of stuff. And
so, dude, how is it that you're a huge fan of the show and your wife's a Christian? Do you have to deny that you even listen to the show?
Pretty much. I don't deny it, but I keep it quiet. I keep it very, very quiet. I listen to it in my car all the time. I'm a huge listener. I've been listening for years, and I've had it since day one, Sirius, in my car. And I'm a big, big fan. And, yeah, it's not something we talk about too much. But, those are my thoughts. I just don't think Fox, they want somebody like Howard, but they're not going to risk it. I think they'd lose. Personally, I know this sounds horrible. I think they'd lose a lot of viewers with Howard. They may gain a few, but I think they'd lose more.
And what staffing changes do you foresee here if Howard comes back?
I don't know if I see changes, maybe some new additions. He'll make some changes in some way. I don't really know. I mean,
more Jews.
Yeah, more Jews. But Sal and Richard, I think they are. I think they could be around, but he may bring in some more people like them. And obviously, who knows what's going to happen with Artie? I hope he's back. But I think Howard's going to be right in the same spot, and he's going to be making more money or the same amount of money. He doesn't want to change a thing, but he loves talking about it.
All right. Thanks for your 2 cents there, Rez. Sorry I let you go there
like 8
prematurely.
cents, but that was good.
Hey, how much actual life on the road is Idol?
Not much. I think they do.
Is it like 3 weeks?
So
Like, how many weeks is it?
Well, they go to 4 or 5 cities to get the pre-contestant.
For how long is
2
that
days
period?
each?
2 days each, if that.
Right.
That's
so
it.
It's about a week and a half of travel or so?
8 to 10 days, I would imagine.
And then the rest is just in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, John showed me a great article last week about how sort of pulling the curtain back from American Idol, how that whole first round works. And Howard hit it right on the head. They're not, you know, when you see an auditorium full of people, they're not seeing all those people. And they love to say, you know, it got late in the day and they were exhausted. I think they put in a regular day. They see, you know, people for 6 or 8 hours. But I don't think anybody's losing sleep out there.
The producers there, who
They
you
are.
don't hear about, they do just a ton of work, screening all those people, finding the ones that are so bad they should be on, and finding the ones that are potentially good, getting the backstories. When the judges come in, like all that work is done. They walk through the room, they walk into the room, and they just judge what they say.
Yeah, what you don't see, which is pretty cool, when you go into, like, if you go to the Superdome or wherever it is, there's all these little cubicles, little curtain cubicles, where the producers are seeing people going in there and sort of auditioning them first and deciding who's good enough to get through or who's bad enough to get through.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, the great Jason Ellis came on and talked about his past crack smoking days and how he's now the king of all pouches.
Bullshit. Got a big penis. That's the only reason why you won.
Which is the title that he stole from the great Sal Governale.
Poucho Marx.
Check it out.
We should talk about today's studio guest, who's actually joining us here on the wrap-up show, and that's Jason Ellis. Hey, Jason.
How's it going, mate?
We're doing okay.
You don't look like what you sound.
Uh-oh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You look tougher.
Really?
Yeah, you look like you can play hockey, like in a shit level, but still like kind of okay level.
Funny you mention that, John, and I do play at a shit level.
Yeah.
You can play too?
A little bit.
You look like somebody punched your teeth out and you got fake ones put in. Are they real teeth?
They were at one time.
You got fake ones?
Yeah, I got punched out.
I want fake ones.
I
got gold ones on this side, and then this side I smashed some out, and now I got a gap, and I feel like I look like I smoke crack when I laugh on this. Ha ha ha! Crack pipe right there. But it's not. I smoked crack like a couple times, but I wasn't addicted to it.
Did you smoke crack?
Yeah, a couple times.
How did you not get addicted to it? Because I heard everyone that smokes it usually does.
Yeah, I did heroin one time too, but I just I really liked doing other things. So
what was your drug of choice when you were in bad shape?
Cocaine was probably the one that I abused the most because it was the most accessible. Actually, ecstasy in Australia was a big thing that I got into too. But the crack thing was maybe just a couple of times. One time I did it a lot because my nose blew out from doing so much cocaine. That was a bad scene. And then one time I did it in a light bulb with a hooker. That even.
Now, do you
That's like a really
in a
awesome
light bulb
story.
with a hooker?
Yeah, she took it out of the bathroom. We went to like a cheap hotel, and she took it out of the she scored it because I paid for it all. I was like, yeah, just get like whatever so that I can bone you for as long as I possibly can. If I get the crack or she was like, I want to get crack, and I was like, if that's what it takes to keep you here, then yeah, let's get a bunch of crack. And then she went into the bathroom and unscrewed the thing, and then she cleaned it out with toilet paper. I was just watching her in awe of her MacGyver.
Right, so she takes
ability.
out the light bulb.
She took out the light bulb. She got the fucking end off somehow, and then she was in there with the toilet paper,
right?
Cleaning because it was an old light bulb,
right?
Cleaning the shit out of there, and then she had a pen, and she put the crack in the bottom, and she heated the bulb and the pen, and then she's like, "Here you go," and I was like. And then I had a flaccid penis for like because I smoked too much crack, and I had a flaccid penis, and I was just rubbing my flaccid penis on her for like 10 hours, just sweating profusely.
So it wasn't good for anybody.
Oh, crack's great. Everybody should do it. I recommend it. If you wanna...
Did you go to a program or something to stop doing drugs?
No. I took a harden the fuck up pill. That's what I did.
So you don't do it at all anymore?
No way. I can't even. If I went to, I don't go out anymore. But if I did go out and somebody put like chopped cocaine on the table, I'd be like, I gotta go. I can't even. I don't even want it to. In case it bounced off the table and touched my skin and went in my pores.
You drink it all?
Nah, nothing. Oh, pop marijuana from time to time, but very rarely. And when I do it, it's very lightly because even that now, because I'm such a pussy, it would freak me out. So I just. Little bit.
Now, you spoke about your flaccid penis back in the day with the crack, but today, when you saw Sal's penis, I believe you called it offensive, one of the most hideous things you've ever seen.
It's like a charbroiled, fucking mutated infested. It looked like a fucking cooked maggot.
It does look like it's been in some sort of a tractor accident.
Yeah, the very end of it is like dark and black, and there's nothing wrong with black dick. That's a great fucking thing that I'll use in my show later on.
Pull that drop.
Yeah, you can use that as long as you want. But there's nothing wrong with a black dick if it's attached to a black man. But if you're a white dude and then the very end of your dick is the darkest part of your body, it's like fucking, you look like you had frostbite dick, right?
You should introduce him to Eddie the produce guy. We have a guy that comes on our show. Again, I can't explain to you why I saw his dick, but it was a lot like today. And he's like a Hispanic guy with like a black man's penis. It's like they're two separate colors.
Right, and it's full on black at the shaft and everything.
Yeah.
Does it get darker as it goes down Cells?
Yeah.
Because Cells is just offensive in every way.
I was
He's such a grotesque man.
I was going to say, Jason, you've seen a lot of nasty shit in your time. You've done a lot of, still do a lot of crazy stuff, but something tells me that pouch thing with Sal has to rank up there as some of the grossest thing you've ever witnessed.
Yeah, it wasn't the grossest thing I've ever witnessed. The only thing I was weird about is because I know you guys have Howard TV, and you can get Howard TV in Australia, and then and it's my dick and balls. Yeah, I'm not in porn. And
you are now.
I know. That's what I'm going to say. I had a man who's kind of gay insert his finger into the eye of my pouch, and he was a couple of times he looked up at me, and his head was like a couple of inches away from my face, and I'm like, dude, don't have eye contact while you're fingering me.
And on top of it, he does have. You talking about Richard?
Yeah.
He has like sort of a retarded smile.
Yeah.
So not as he's making eye contact, but he smiles at you.
He was very happy about having his eye in my his finger in my cock.
There was actually a very real reaction from you when you got up, because I was listening in my office. You got up and you walked over, and I guess that's at some point there must have been somebody in there with a handheld camera, and you go, "Fuck, this is on camera."
Well, I always knew it was gonna be, but it was the. Because it was weird to drop my pants in front of a lot of people. I actually like getting naked, but with nobody around. I like the wind on my balls and all that kind of stuff, but not for like compared to the. I felt more comfortable because Sal's dick was out and his dick was so gross that I thought that it would actually no one would bother looking at my dick because. I mean, it's hard to look away. It's such a massacre.
And did you share a moment with Robin, or was she trying to look away?
I did. She probably won't admit it. You know what? I don't think she likes me as much as I thought she would, because I thought, maybe it's because I'm married, she knows I'm off limits, but I thought that I would be the perfect person for her. I always have.
You don't think it's the tattoos, or that you took your dick out and put M&Ms in it?
Well, see, I think it's a part of her that she likes that kind of stuff, but she's not going to let you guys know that because you'll bury her.
Right.
I think she likes a guy who's dangerous. I think she likes a guy, I'm young and I'm strong and I'm fucking crazy, and if I fucked her, it could go for hours and I could do weird angles and stuff. And don't even think that she's not into that. She loves her life. She's an intelligent lady. She knows that I go do everything in your life. So don't think that. I think she just does the I'm offended thing, because if she was like, wow, I'm kind of into this guy, you'd all be like, how could you be into a guy that just put M&Ms in his dick and has tattoos on his hands?
Well, that may be her character.
But I did catch her looking at my penis for 1 second. Sorry to talk over you.
That's okay.
And then as her eyes went up, we had a moment. Maybe it was just me, but my eyes caught her eyes with M&Ms in my dick.
Well, the other moment I think that might have occurred was with Richard Christie, because he was enjoying packing those M&Ms in quite a bit.
I had two moments. One I don't like, one was kind of cool.
And Gary, no one else volunteered when it came to the M&M packing. I mean, Will said no, Jason, Richie Wilson, no one else really wanted to go near that.
My favorite part was Richie Wilson said no, and he was wearing like industrial gloves. He had on like those yellow gloves that firemen wear, and he said no.
Wouldn't have worked. He wouldn't have been able to get him in.
All right,
Glove would have ruined it.
Let's take a couple of calls. We're here with Jason Ellis. John in Connecticut, you're on the wrap-up show.
I got a question for Baba Booey.
Yes.
Oh, do you think if Stern really retires, that this guy really could take his shoes? I mean, those are some pretty big shoes, and from what I'm hearing, he's not the funniest character.
They are very big shoes. I don't know that he could take his shoes, but I love the idea that he feels he can, and I think part of it is having to believe that you can do it.
I just want to clarify that I'm not trying to take Howard Stern's shoes. I just think that when Howard Stern retires, I was born on satellite radio. I'm not a terrestrial radio guy, and I have no plans going there. And I want to be the most entertaining talk show on satellite radio when he goes. I would never try to replace Howard Stern. The only reason I like radio is because Howard Stern made it look cool to me. So I'm not trying to disrespect that guy.
No, I know, but what
I fill in his shoes. But yeah, when he's gone, the biggest dude in radio, I fucking guarantee you it's me. I guarantee it.
What about like somebody say like Bubba?
I think I'm way better than him.
Because he's been doing radio for a while. He's on the
He
channel
has been, yeah, and he's good at what he does. But I think I'm more entertaining. I think I have a better show, and I think I have a show with nobody that works for me at all. I'm by myself. The bigger the army, the better, the more professional we overrun everybody.
I think everybody should start being nice to Jason on the off chance that Howard leaves, and then we all have to work for Jason.
It's a good point. Never know. We could be wrapping up his show.
That's one of the funniest things you've ever said right there.
Could be true.
Like you're going to fucking work for anybody if he retires. You're going to retire.
I gotta work.
You can't retire on all the money you make?
No.
You're not a millionaire?
No.
Liar.
I'm not lying.
Really? Man, you're getting underpaid.
Well, I was for a long time.
You're Baba Booey.
Yeah, you can't sell Baba Booey. Like, what do? You take the name. I can't trademark it. I can't sell T-shirts.
Sell baseballs or something.
Exactly.
Now, Gary, I don't know if you noticed who came into the studio, but he's casting a glance across the way. That's Richard Christie, who managed to...
Because someone else is casting a really creepy glance.
Well, Benji always does that. But
Richard,
you got creepy written on your forehead.
Thanks, man.
Richard,
That's I tattooed it on my knuckles. Then.
Richard's bringing back the wink as well. I saw that.
Richard, if we're doing a bit that's funny and you believe in the bit, touching another guy's dick is not an issue as long as it's for the good. It's not gay and it's a funny bit.
Exactly. I'm the go-to guy if a cock needs touched around here.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and I was talking to Jared Fox. I was joking around. I was like, I should put that at the top of my resume if I want to raise from Sirius because without me to touch their cocks, that bit wouldn't have happened.
Now, let me ask you a question. Would you have done the same thing today for that guy, Jonah Falcon, that guy that you prank all the time with the ridiculously giant penis?
Yeah.
Would you have done that?
I could have put my whole fist in his pouch.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, Ronnie and I got into it because he was real mad that I was questioning him over who put him in charge of the cookies, who made him the cookie Nazi, and he was not happy with that. We went back and forth. It got heated. Check it out.
We do have Ronnie who just walked in the door, and Ronnie, Gary made the comment first thing this morning. You were kind of angry today, and really.
What are you laughing at?
I would say, here's what I was saying.
What is this?
Jason was in the studio.
Yeah.
You walked in. Jason said, "What's on your finger?" And you went off on him.
No, because he started with me this morning about black and white cookies.
Yeah, what was going on? Cookies or cupcakes?
Because his fat ass, he needed cookies. And there wasn't enough cookies for him.
Well, why couldn't Jason get the cookies himself?
Dude, that's what I said. Take a plate, Cause everybody's bent because I give some certain people stuff because they don't get in till 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, is this like the Jared cookies?
And Ross and some other people.
Wow.
And Tracy.
Hold on.
These people don't, by the time they get in, there's nothing left.
So wait, so how many...
I'm a nice guy. I do them a favor. It's not like I'm selling them this shit.
So how many people do you put aside cookies for?
Because
it's a nice thing to do.
Interesting.
It's a nice thing to do. Who do you do it for? Jared?
I do it for Gary.
Okay.
I do it for Ross. I do it for Jared.
Roddy gives me a cupcake every Wednesday that he puts in a little container, which is very nice, that I bring to my mother.
I give one to the receptionist out front, and the girl at whatchamacallit relieves her at 10:30 or whatever.
Tracy, you said?
And Tracy.
Hey, Ron,
I took all out of that whole box of black and white cookies. I took 3.
Has anyone?
And he's bitching. Oh, well, this is not fair because I can't. When I come to get cookies, there's nothing here. Well, that ain't my fucking problem, pal.
Well, it sounded to me like Jason was just asking about your finger.
No, because this all stemmed from he was breaking my balls about the finger thing. I had a piece of tape on my finger.
Jason, what was wrong with your finger?
Actually, I was legitimately concerned when I saw Ronnie walking with some dirty, raggy thing around his finger. That's why I asked. But going back to
tape.
People have to understand how Ronnie turns into Gunga Din on Wednesdays. He shows up in front of these
what's
cookies
the problem
and
with
cupcakes.
that, Jason?
He has 4 plates in his hand. That's 6 o'clock in the morning. Before you got to work, Gary. He's got 4 plates in his hand.
Okay,
and he just picks up every cookie, everything. He just piles them on his plate.
Every cookie,
takes them to Jared, takes them to
4
Tim,
cookies,
takes them to the janitor.
4 cookies out of the whole box, Jason.
You have 4 plates in your hand. What did you put?
I
one
had
cookie
4
on one
cookies,
plate?
though. 4 cookies.
Well, wait a second. Here's the question.
4 full plates. And who put you in charge of dispersing all the food in the morning? He sent the food up here.
Who the fuck are you there?
And you come and you collect it all.
Fat ass moving over there and fucking open the boxes.
Ronnie, you come in and you take it upon yourself to load up plates and plates of food
That's
and
right,
then bring them
because
all
I'm a
over
nice
Sirius.
guy. Is that all right with you?
And no, it's not all right with me.
Well,
I
it's too
said,
fucking bad. Then
why
go
don't you
buy
let
your
the
own
people-
shit.
Why don't you let the people on the show get a little food first before
They
you start
got
bringing it all over the
people
building?
on the food get the show. Meanwhile, people on the show don't even fucking eat the shit anymore.
Oh, so you're in charge of everything. You keep track of who eats, who doesn't eat, who you got to bring plates to.
And who the fuck are you?
I don't care. Are
What
you
are
a
you
driver,
keeping
a
track
security
of?
guy, or a
What do
waiter?
you care who I give crap to? Who the hell
I'm
are
just
you?
trying to figure out what you do.
Who the hell are you to
I'm
ask me?
asking you a question.
You're not my fucking boss.
Well, you're right, but
Well,
I'm
you can
someone
go
who works
fuck
here.
yourself, Jason.
What?
Okay, you can go fuck yourself because I'll give whoever I want this shit
Ronnie.
to until somebody tells me not to. all right?
Everyone's bickering.
Ronnie, well,
Jesus
good. Let
Christ.
go fuck yourself, Jason.
Here you
I'm not in
go,
the mood
Tim.
for your
Here you go,
fucking
Tim.
shit.
Here's your cupcake, Tim.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Ronnie, if Jason picks like 4 or 5 people that he wants to give cookies to, is that cool?
No.
Why not?
Let him
Who
get
made
his
you
own
the boss?
shit.
So what if he gets there before you?
Yeah,
and
let him take what he wants. He can have the whole fucking box.
And he loads up for Will.
He needs it too. He needs it. Believe me.
I'm going to start collecting. I'm going to undercut you. I'm
Jason,
going to
you
bring
do whatever the
cookies
fuck
to
you
everyone
want,
for you.
Jason.
Jason,
Jason, you can take all the boxes and eat all of it.
I just
okay?
never seen you so
I really don't
servile
give
before.
a fuck.
Jason, I don't
Jesus.
think you may not be here at this time early in the morning, but I see Ronnie.
I
know
get here before Ronnie.
But he takes the boxes, he goes through them, he organizes them. There's a whole process
But
out
again,
there.
something he's taking
Okay,
upon
and
himself.
what's the problem with that? I used to give them to you also.
No, I'm not saying
All
there's a
right,
problem.
but you're not happy now because there's no more Oreo cupcakes, okay?
That's true. That's true. But no, I was actually trying to defend you, Ronnie, because
I
you're
don't
the
want
one
you
who's
defending me. I don't need anybody to defend me.
Jesus, what are you so angry
What
about
are you
today?
defending me?
There's nothing to defend. I'm a nice guy. I'm doing somebody a favor, okay? Big fucking deal. Nobody else
Is
took
this
it upon
because
himself.
everybody went after your beard today?
I don't give a shit about that either.
You
Just
seem to
because
give a shit
Howard
about
can't
it
grow a
today.
beard, he's upset.
I don't give a shit about anything.
That's
Wait,
right.
So you think Howard gives you shit about your beard because he can't grow one himself?
That's Howard.
How do you know he can't grow a beard?
Because he's tried.
Has he
grows
come to you and
beards.
asked you about it? Like,
But there's like bald spots in him, okay? That's not cool.
and he's sensitive about it, or
It's not cool.
So who has a cool beard?
And look at Fred. I mean, look at Fred. Look like salt on his face.
Yeah, you and Fred were getting into it a little bit today.
Look, I'm not going to take shit from anybody. You know, they want to give it to me. They're going to get it back. Fuck them. I don't care. I don't care who they are.
The problem is that Ronnie's beard is like white, so it's like when old ladies dye their hair and it turns that weird blue. That's what's kind of going on Ronnie's
that I
face.
fucking dyed it. What's your fucking problem? Huh? What is your problem? I admitted it a year ago.
he probably has bald
I'm
spots in
just
his
pointing
beard
it out.
too.
No, I don't.
No, Jason probably would.
I don't care what Jason does. I really don't care what Jason does. Believe me.
So, Jason, you think it's unfair that Ronnie
Jason thinks he's in charge of everything around
I think it was
here.
very weird.
The last
to-
thing he's in charge of is me. I guarantee you
Well,
that.
let me tell you who's not in charge of
Wait, does
things.
Jason
Ronnie is
treat
not
you
in charge
like?
of
Does
things.
Jason treat you like you work for him?
No, but every once in a while he's got this little high horse attitude towards me, and he can go fuck himself.
What, by asking you why you're taking by asking you why you're taking all the food out of the compound for somebody else? That's a high horse
none of your
attitude?
business. None of your business.
What did you say?
It's none of your business.
None of my business?
It's none of your business what I do.
Yeah, I was asking you a question.
The only
I'm allowed
one's
to ask you a
business is
question.
it's Tim Sabian's business and Howard Stern's business.
This
what I
coming
do.
from a guy who gets
Okay?
in everyone's face in the hallway. You're going to tell me what's my business and what's not my business?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Go
Sir,
ahead,
did
keep
you get
tra-
enough
come
cupcakes
on,
this
come on,
morning?
stir it up
Sir,
some more. Go ahead.
Sir, did I get you enough
Keep
cupcakes
thinking,
this morning?
motherfucker.
Is there
Go
anything
ahead.
else I can get you?
Come on, come up
If
with
you're
more
going to act
shit.
like
Look
a
at
waiter,
you.
I'll treat you like one.
Whatever, dude. Come on, bring it on. Bring on some more shit.
Wait, hold on, Ronnie. You think Jason's just trying to get under your skin?
Yeah, that's what he does with everybody.
You're the one who started yelling to bring me down here.
I didn't yell to bring you down.
You're yelling about me. Jason's fat. Jason's angry. Jason
That's right.
makes fun of my
Jason's angry
band-aids.
because his black and white cookies were missing this morning.
Missing? No, I know exactly where they were. You took them all over the
I
building.
didn't take them all.
They're not missing. No
I
mystery.
took 4 of them, asshole, out of the whole box. Okay? 4.
You had 4 plates filled with food.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's right. But
You're
there were
a waiter.
only 4 black and white cookies
You're in service
on those
now. I
4
understand.
plates.
I hope people tip you.
Yeah, that's right. They tip
Why
me.
would you
Yeah.
command
They
respect
fuck
when
me
you
too.
turn into a waiter every Wednesday? I'm asking you that.
They don't turn me into a waiter. I don't mind doing it. I don't
you
mind
turn
doing
yourself
it.
into a
What's the
waiter.
big deal?
It's a little sad and pathetic.
Try and be a nice person.
Yeah,
you know,
like you.
think about it.
Has anyone requested to get a delivery that you've turned down?
Don't be an asshole, man.
Why is that an asinine question?
What do you mean a delivery?
How do you get on
okay, whatever you call it. Has anyone requested that you bring them the cookie in the
No,
morning?
but you know what? People do get in here at 8, 9 o'clock, and by the time they get in here,
I get that, But has
Shut
anyone
the
asked
fuck
you
up
that
and
got
let me
turned
answer.
down?
All right. I get it. People get in here 8, 9 o'clock, and people like Jason eat all the shit before they get here. It's not fair to them either, you know?
I get that. Has anyone said, hey, Ronnie, can you save me one? But they've gotten turned down.
Like, does Ross? If Ross requested it, would you get it for him?
I did.
On the list. Oh,
Ross is on the list. That's right.
So how long till
because Ross likes the apple, whatever they are.
Ross's assistant.
If they're not here, they're not here by the time he gets to work.
Ross's assistant. Does she make the list? If she wanted something?
No, Ross told me what he likes.
No, but I'm saying, if Ross's assistant wanted you to put some stuff aside for her, too, would you do that?
If she asked me, yeah, why not? What's the big deal?
So is there no limit to how many plates of make up a
there's a limit.
There's a limit. You're the limit.
No, there's a limit.
I'm just going to get on Ronnie's
No, he
list.
never asked me.
3 black and white cookies.
He never
and 2
asked me.
rainbow cookies.
James, how many come total around?
What?
How many are total? Have you ever seen the total?
No, I have no idea.
Ronnie, how many total are there to
itemized
start with
list.
usually?
What? How many people?
How many cookies? How many black and white cookies?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how many come in there. A couple of dozen, probably.
Right, hold on.
And I took 4.
Hold on, guys. JD wanted to ask a question.
No, I was just going to ask about Skippy. Like, what about the night people? If
The night people?
Yeah. Like Skippy.
I'm not here at night.
Neither are the cupcakes.
What are you talking about?
I mean, and you know what, Ronnie? Here's the deal. The people that come in at 8, 9 o'clock also got to sleep about 3-4 hours longer than
so
us.
what?
Like, why is it up to you to save
they
food
asked
for
me to
them?
do them a favor, okay?
And
they
you just
asked
say
me
yes?
to do them a favor. Is that
Well,
all right
screw
with
them.
you?
You know what? We're here at
Unlike
5:30
you,
in the morning.
who wouldn't do that for anybody because you're so fucking self-centered about yourself.
But when I'm here at 5:30 in the morning and I can't get a black and white cookie because you commandeered them all and taken them
Not
to
my
him,
problem.
who quite
I don't
frankly
give a shit. I
brings
don't
it less
care if
than
you
I
get
do.
any. How's
What?
that? Next week I'll give them all away before you even
next
see
week,
them.
Since you put yourself
I'll
in
do
charge,
whatever
I'm
the
going
fuck
to
I want
I'm going to put myself
until
in
somebody
charge.
stops me. How's that?
I get here before you. I'm in charge of the cookies next week. If anyone wants one, they can come see me.
Stick them all up your ass as far as I'm concerned.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about Jason Kaplan. Look, Jason's one of my closest friends here, but he'll be the first to admit he can get under your skin, and what makes it tough is that he enjoys it, and it sets certain people off. And today, a lot of people wanted to say how it made them feel, and Jason, rightfully so, came in and defended himself. And here's how that friendly chatter went.
Steve Brandano, what do you want to say?
Well, no, the thing about, and once again, I'm friends with Jason too, but when Jason is going at these guys, you can tell that he gets off on pissing them off. And like you say, he's like the nerd in school, but the difference is he's like the nerd in school standing next to the principal patting him on the back. You can't fucking hit that kid.
So who's the principal?
Howard's the principal.
Oh, you're saying that Howard condones?
Yeah, because we know in real life, if Jason was talking this kind of shit, we were in a bar, someone would take him outside and beat him up. And then he wouldn't talk this shit. It's the same thing when Perez Hilton says the thing about the guy in the Black Eyed Peas. He deserved to get hit, but he's in the internet where he's safe. Jason's right next to Howard where he's safe. No one wants to lose their job here, but sometimes a guy that does that gets in your face and is annoying, deserves to get punched in the face.
Yes, Jared.
Well said. See, I'll give you a perfect example. Jason is extremely confident without realizing that there are repercussions and that there are consequences. And he doesn't realize that by him overstepping boundaries, people are going to be upset with him, and he doesn't realize that they're going to, they might get pushed to a point where they can't control themselves. And he looks to do that. I mean, perfect example is I'm giving a tour to some of our clients at one of our sponsors, and he's in the middle of doing an orientation. And I spoke with Tracy. I said, listen, I have to give this tour to the studio. I walk in, and Jason just snaps at me and says, Jared, excuse me, what are you doing here? You're interrupting me. And excuse me, I'm here with a bunch of clients, and I have to explain myself to you. And he just snapped in front of me, in front of all of the interns, trying to, belittle me. And afterwards, I said to him, Jason, I had permission, and, where do you get off? But he has this demeanor to himself that he just thinks he's never wrong, and he can say anything he wants and he's not going to get punished for it. Well, and in this case, Ronnie's going to snap. Ronnie sometimes doesn't know how to control himself, but other people are going to.
Here he comes.
I was going to say,
I told him to come down.
John, before he walks in, question: is Jason soaking this all in and taking it in and feeling bad, or is it just completely going over his head?
I think a little bit of both, a combination of both. And no, I asked him to come down because this isn't really.
Hey, before he gets there, blanket party.
Well, this isn't. this isn't really Ronnie related, so I think it's okay for Jason to come talk about. But Jared, the story you just told sounds awfully similar to the one Scott DePace told last week about that meeting where Jason came in and basically took control, and you guys sort of I'm trying to look at you, Scott, but you sort of resented the fact that who are you? Now, Jason, I'm glad you're here because you're getting knocked around a little bit.
Yeah,
and you
so
should defend yourself.
Well, so far, I heard Steve say that I should have been punched a long time ago. which thanks, Steve. I don't get into anyone's face. Any argument I've ever gotten in with Scott has happened back at my desk. And the argument with Ronnie happened back at my desk.
Protection
needed. And Jared...
Come around here.
I think Jared's the weasel in this instance.
How am I the weasel?
Well,
yeah,
Ronnie,
first of all, you've never real quick because I got to go. I apologize for throwing the garbage can at him. Okay, he didn't accept it.
That's
that's
right.
all I wanted you to know. Okay.
Now, why didn't you accept it?
Because it wasn't a sincere apology. He pulled me aside. He put his finger up. He goes, "I fucking apologize for throwing the garbage can at you, but I don't apologize for anything else." And I go, "What kind of apology is that?"
Exactly. What
You
happened?
want to apologize for grabbing me?
What happened, and that's it. But I apologize for throwing the garbage can.
I don't think you. But now you sound
All right,
more
I'm going to
sincere.
put the squash on
But
this.
you know
Ronnie,
what?
go.
No.
Ronnie.
Listen, dude. Everybody, you hear what everybody's saying, okay? I don't have to say anything else.
Good.
Ronnie, I'd ask you to stay, but Howard doesn't want you on.
Yeah,
here,
no,
so-
it's the right thing for Ronnie. Goodbye. Take care, man.
And we could also talk about you.
I've
When
never had a more insincere apology being given to me before in my life. Jared, who I've never had any known problems with, this is all news to me. So let's just have it out as long as I'm a weasel who shoves cookies down my throat. You've never. I take
Jason, that's
one.
a
By the way,
perfect example
for
right
the
there.
record, one black and white cookie, 2 rainbow cookies. That's my normal, normal order there.
And you need more. My Ronnie going out of his way and being nice and putting 2 cookies on my desk. You need to get those.
Jared, calm down. Stop buying the Ronnie angle. Of this. I went to Ronnie and said, "Hey, who put you in charge of the fucking cookies? You're loading up all the cookies and taking them away." Now this has turned into me being a weasel because you can't get your 2 cookies at freaking 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's not the cookies, Jason.
Then
It's
what
the
is it,
principle.
Jared?
It's the principle that you have to go out of your way because someone's doing something nice and you have to put your 2 cents into it.
Sal and Will busted his balls for the same thing.
Yes, but they will bust his balls and you will go even further and make
What
sure.
did I do? Well, how did I take it
You will
further?
make sure it will go further until it gets on the air, until Howard mentions it.
I did it once.
Jared, I'll defend him on this one point. Whatever discussion they had, everybody was there when this thing blew up yesterday during a commercial break. Ronnie walked in. Jason said, "What's wrong with your finger?" And he goes, "Fuck you and your black and white cookies." Yeah. So he did what everybody did, but Ronnie took what he did to heart.
I didn't bring it to the wrap-up show. Ronnie did. I didn't bring it to Howard's show. Ronnie did by virtue of bringing it to the wrap-up show. I said one comment to him. You don't even know what went on.
Jared,
but I didn't realize your feelings
Jared,
were so hurt.
hold on. I would tell you if Jason was piling on here and kind of egging Howard and secretly he didn't do that in this case.
And a perfect example
Will
of
did much worse.
how Jason will continue to stir shit up. Ronnie is apologizing for taking it to the physical act. He shouldn't have gone to the point where he got out of control and threw a garbage can. All right, he's not apologizing for the fact that he's angry at Jason about other things, and Jason's like, "Oh, I don't accept it," and all this other stuff. He's looking to start more things.
No, I'm not. Jared, you're putting shit into my head. I'm not looking to start anything. Ronnie pulled me aside into a room, got in my face, pointed a finger at me, and go, "I fucking apologize for the garbage can, but I don't apologize for anything else." I'm sorry. That's not a real apology. You don't know me or what my intentions are, and you certainly don't know what Ronnie said to me in the room.
You just told us what he said.
Okay, so now you know.
And
So
you
I
said
should
that he
accept that
apologized
apology?
No. He's trying to move on from the fact that he got physical. He just said it right there, and you're going to start with stuff with, "Oh, I don't accept this." So you're looking to continue to keep this going.
Maybe he should have cried like some other people do when they apologize to people. Maybe he should have just broke down in some fucking tears, and then I would have.
What kind
bad
of
for
veiled
him.
reference was that? I mean, obviously.
I'll say Jared broke down crying here one time, apologizing to somebody.
You see, now a comment like that.
So this is why Jason's
Hold on,
a little
Jared.
snake.
A comment
I'm the
like
snake.
that.
You brought this on.
But Jason, a comment. Jason, a comment like that.
Yeah.
And again, sticking your tongue out when Ronnie is getting.
Oh, I knew what I was doing.
Of course, exactly. And Jared, you're buying into it. Like he's.
No. This is perfect because I want to get this out because Jason is a snake. I had an apology behind closed doors with Steve Brandano where I was upset that Steve was making comments about me and I didn't want at the time to have those things come up. So I spoke with Steve. I said that it bothered me that he was, bringing these things up. But, listen, I'll put a light on me and I'll try and change the way I was behaving. And I think that the relationship between me and Steve has gotten a lot better. But for
it has. We put this away. Jason brought this up.
But Jared, you bring up a good point. Your apology sounded very sincere, and Ronnie, and I do understand how Ronnie got in his face, and he's like, you know what? That's
I'm a different
not a real
person than Ronnie. We're all different people.
Yeah, but if Ronnie would have come to, I'm listening to this. I'm saying, if Ronnie came to you, go, you know what, man? I shouldn't have thrown that at you. You really get under my skin, and you still fucking piss me off. But I am sorry about that. But what he's saying is not even that.
I thought it was going to be that you cried to JD that it was hard being good looking.
That was a different
crime.
That was a different time.
This is what I'm talking about. Like this entire time, Jason will just sit there and cackle and do his little laugh and try and start shit up by pulling the most obscure jabs at someone to try and get under their skin. That is your sole purpose by bringing that up.
Jared, you came on here. You called me a weasel without me even in the room. You went on a whole diatribe. So yeah, I'm coming back. You're telling me how to accept an apology, and I'm telling you that Ronnie didn't apologize like you did, bawling like a little fucking baby.
But see, first off, I'm not going to even justify that comment of bawling like a baby because you weren't in the room, and I
heard it. Everyone could hear you. You were screaming and yelling through the door, and he came out all red-faced and teary.
Okay.
Like a little girl.
Jason, just so you care, Jared is the guy that will punch you in the face.
Jared's not punching anyone.
I don't understand why I have to stand here and hear him call me a weasel and say all this shit about me, and so fuck it. I'll say shit about him.
But see, you're looking to bring up stuff that you know is going to be hurtful because it's something that's personal. Whereas this stuff, you're just starting shit on to be on the air and start shit with Ronnie and push his buttons.
You just told me I don't know how to take an apology. That was relevant. I was explaining how you give an apology. You gave an apology in the proper manner. I did not come down to the show. In fact, I told John I didn't want to come down to the wrap-up show. I came down when I heard you come on and just start trash. Jason's a weasel. Somebody I thought who was my friend, by the way, calling me a weasel. I ate all the cookies. This is what I do. Steve is my friend.
But Steve can say that you should have got punched in the face.
I didn't say I want to punch.
No, I didn't say. There's a defining line there.
Yeah, Steve was giving an observation and said, "Yeah, I'm surprised someone hasn't punched Jason in the face sooner." If that's his observation, that's fine. He didn't get on the air and call me a weasel and whine about not getting the cookies and saying I'm an air whore.
Here's my observation. I never said you're an air whore.
You just did 2 seconds ago.
No, you said you came down because I was calling you an air whore. I didn't say that you were an air whore.
You just said, "Oh, here's Jason trying to get on the air again as usual."
My observation, since you were giving this observation, is you have to put your nose into stuff that your nose doesn't belong. Ronnie was being nice. Just like if I went to Will and said, "Hey, Will, can you put a cookie aside for me?" Or, "Hey, Will, can I get a copy of your magazine?" But it's the same thing. Those cookies are there for the entire show.
Will snuck his nose in it. Why aren't you angry at him? He did it way worse to Ronnie yesterday than I did.
I fully admit I did it way worse.
So why aren't you mad at him and you're mad at me?
Good point.
No. That's not the reason, Scott. I didn't know anything about that.
Anti-Semitism.
No, it's because you're a snake.
Yeah, apparently. I'm a weasel.
No, snake.
Hey, Jared, I agree. Jason is a complete weasel. But in the kind of environment we have, shouldn't we be allowed to be? I don't like it, and he should have the stigma for being the weasel. But should you be allowed to be the weasel without the threat of getting hit? Not that the garbage can was
I don't think that. But hold on, I'm not saying that Ronnie was right for trying to hit him, and I said that when he apologized about that, I think that that's something you have to accept and say, yeah, Ronnie realizes now he lost his control and he's apologizing for the fact that he got physical.
Sincere, and you don't. And
the one thing though, Jason, you have to admit it wasn't out of the blue. Like when I was busting Ronnie's balls yesterday. If I had seen that he was really getting irritated and was on the verge of getting physical or really angry, but dude, calm down. We're talking about dumb cookies here. You continued to push it a little bit, right? You have to at least say that.
But hold on, I'm gonna add a but to that. Yes, but I wasn't like you yesterday. Unlike you yesterday, I was not chasing Ronnie around the halls, busting his balls. He came back to my desk and started screaming at me about how he has no respect for me, no respect for what I say, and how I shouldn't say his name. I didn't go looking for that. That came to my desk. Now, yes, I saw how angry he was, and I was pissed off, and I fought back, and I certainly kept pushing because I saw he was, he just wouldn't let it go. But all he had to do was walk away from my desk. I wasn't hounding him. I wasn't chasing him down to be annoying.
But at the same time, you put your headphones on and start typing, it ends, right?
Maybe. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely play into it. I definitely throw coals on the fire, but I did not go looking for the fight.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's a taste of what you have to look forward to
on this episode of The Bonus Show. A talented, technically inclined rodent stops by.
We get a visit from the creepiest puppet master ever.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Gene Sternberg.
Never call our staff a bunch of lightweights.
I don't want to hurt you.
And the boss calls into the wrap-up show.
Help us! Going nuts! Help us back!
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm John Hine.
And I'm Rachel Fine.
I will spare you any insults today, Rachel, and get right to the clips.
Super.
Let's hold a couple more seconds so the guys who started masturbating during your intro can finish before we cut to my single. Okay, and cut to me. Now, Ronnie Munn usually only pays attention to hot women and more preferably hot strippers. But we're going to add to this list today because apparently dudes with unusual facial hair also make this list. In this case, Howard TV's Chris Gagliardi.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Ryan?
Nothing. Dude, come on, what the fuck?
I was bored. I don't know.
No, that's like glued on, right?
Oh, it's real. It looks good, doesn't it?
Dude, it looks like a fucking, like a disguise. All you're missing is the fucking big nose and the glasses.
It looks great. Come on, I get everybody with this. They love it. Ron, did you ever?
You're using wax on that thing?
Yeah, I got.
Or hairspray?
No, wax. You ever have a stash like that?
No, no fucking way, dude.
You had a stash, though, right?
I have one now. What the fuck is?
No, you have a beard.
Yeah, but I had one just a stash.
Just a stash.
Yeah. My driver's license picture just got that shit. I
can see you rocking that.
No, not that shit. No, I would
I'm a
never.
sexy bitch.
I would never do the handlebar thing. No way, man. To me, it looks fake. That's anybody I see with those. It looks like it's like glued on.
I think Chris pulled off the mustache pretty well.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
I think you pull off your mustache pretty well too, Rach.
Not as well as you pull off your unsightly back hair. Speaking of back hair, it's time for what could be John's hairy distant cousin to wow us with technology.
Hey, hi everybody. You're probably wondering what I have around my head here. I've got my Acoustic Research 2.1 wireless headphones. Now, why do I love wireless headphones? Well, when I'm at home at night, if I'm laying in bed and I'm watching TV and my wife's around, she says, turn it down, put the headphones on, boom, she doesn't hear any sound. Another great place I'd love to use the headphones is in the gym. Downstairs in my gym, I have a treadmill and I have an elliptical machine, and the TV's like 10 feet across the room. And sometimes when you're on the machine, it's making a lot of noise. You can't really crank the TV up that loud. So I put these headphones on and I work out with these things. They're great. They're really easy to use. They have a phenomenal sound. You take this little box right here, and this comes with a variety of cables that you can plug into the back of your TV. I use the RCA cables, but you can use a mini cable, whatever it takes. And this is a little transmitter right here. Once this thing's going, it transmits wirelessly to the headphones. They got a volume control on the side. And when you need to charge them, you put a cable right from here, and it goes right into the back of the transmitter, and that's how you charge it. And a charge lasts a really long time. They're good for up to 100 feet, so sometimes I get off the elliptical and I go get a drink of water. I'm still listening to what's going on. Sometimes I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, come back, and I haven't missed a bit of TV. I think these things sound phenomenal. I highly recommend them. Acoustic Research 2.1 wireless headphones. What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
I like
What is
turtles.
that? What is that?
Mind your own business.
What's that picture?
Some turtles.
You're a beaver, moron.
I know, I'm
You
building
can't
a
hook up
gym.
with a turtle. That's gross.
I'm hanging out with a beaver, ain't I? I can hang out with a turtle. Fuck you.
Fuck you, too.
I don't know about you, but I am going to rush right out and get one of those. Thanks, Techno Beaver.
Let's go from a smart beaver to a very unique intern.
I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce my next guest here to the show right now. He's none other than Ronnie, the limo driver. Ronnie, what's going on, man? Hey, dude, what are you doing? What are you dragging me in here for? I was was off at work this morning. What the fuck? What's going on here? It's 7:45, and I'm not supposed to be here anymore. Ronnie, please relax. I'm trying to do a show here. So, like, what brings you back to the serious offices right now? Well, I don't know, man. I heard this medicated Pete nonsense, so I figured I'd stop back and check this shit out. So, Ronnie, wow, this is like cursing is your thing. I know that, but it's usually a morning thing. This is like the evening now, so it's kind of different. I don't give a fuck. Come on, man.
For those of you who grew up with Sesame Street and the Muppets, and in adulthood laughed along with Crank Yankers or Avenue Q, be ready for some serious puppet disappointment ahead.
Howard Stern Show's Blast from the Past.
So, what brings you by today? I just wanted to show Howard my puppets that I created.
Okay.
Different characters in the show.
All right.
Sometimes I talk to him, and he's like, I'm like, come on, Howard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Put your hair on, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I start getting like... And thank you, Mr. Announcer. Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Gene Sternburn, and welcome to the match game. And then we have a lot of excitement in the air today because we have some great panelists. Let me introduce you to everybody. First of all, I would like to introduce to you a very charming and beautiful lady, a very beautiful Miss Brett Summers. How are you, Miss Summers? Hi, Gene. Well, hi, Gene. Well, that's something I don't think you have.
This is kind of your thing, so let me just check it out. I'll run everything by you.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, okay?
I'm just a little nervous reading like that.
Oh, no, don't be nervous.
Fat people are all the rage these days.
How so?
Well, you got The Biggest Loser and that Jamie Oliver show and Losing It with Jillian.
So fat isn't the rage is getting thin.
Yeah, but you have to be fat to get thin.
Yikes. Here are 3 fat staffers testing the scale in the studio.
Doesn't this seem like the beginning of some prank? This seems like a really bad idea.
Well, we get the 600
This is gonna lead to like another oil giant like hole. Wait, do you want me to go up, jump?
Just jump on my back.
All right, I'm gonna jump, but I don't want to hurt.
Wrap your legs
I don't want to hurt you. Oh God! Oh, Brian, my back hurts.
What's
This
it
is
at?
fun.
Hey, hold on.
What's it at?
It's at 500 pounds, so it should go up to 6. Okay, now here, hold my arm, get on there with one leg, and
wait. But if he's holding, oh, well,
all right, hold on.
Don't need to
507. Wait, it broke 600. Good. Let him down.
Oh, it falls through.
Let him down. He got it to 640. 640? Yeah, good. So
That's fun, man. That's like one of the most fun things I've ever done. I'm glad you got it, man.
We got it.
Are you okay?
Good job.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, Brian Phelan, robotic camera operator extraordinaire.
Yeah, John.
You trying to lose weight?
Not really, John.
Okay, that backfired.
That was good improv. Almost as good as the improv skills you display on the wrap-up show.
You guys were talking about getting Coheed in there and having Richard do something to get those boys in there. And with the new album, Year of the Black Rainbow out, I was wondering how close that was to happen for some promotion for those guys.
Not even a little close. It came up and we opted not to have the band on.
Oh, really?
Even with Richard doing what he's doing.
Oh, man. I would have done some crazy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's just
I would have sucked off John Hine.
Oh, Richard, that was for Rush, not for Coheed and Cambria.
I am calling human resources for John.
From man-on-man blowjobs to feats of horribly executed athletics, we have it all on the wrap-up show.
Do you still think about? I mean, I know it's.
I think about it all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah. Not only do I think about it all the time, but I think about it to the point where when I'm coaching Lucas's team, I'm afraid to throw the ball. I feel like everybody's looking at me. So sometimes I just roll the ball back. Sometimes I throw it, but I don't even want to. I don't want to be. I don't want anybody. I don't want more than a crowd of one to watch me throw a ball.
Have you thrown a ball overhand since the pitch?
Yeah.
At the Little League game though, where people can see you.
I try not to.
And wrapping up the wrap-up show, the guys get a call in from the man. Of course, I am talking about Ronnie the limo driver. Oh, and Howard was on the call too.
Ronnie Munn, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't sleeping. And Sal burnt the whole back of my leg, and he's going to have to pay my doctor bills.
It's all crazy in here. It's all crazy.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you've got 5.
Stupid head in. I saw him look in. I saw Scott walk out of the room to go get the camera guy.
You're going to kill somebody.
Ronnie, you're back?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the guy, nobody says nothing about how he burned me.
I did, and I apologized about it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, help us. He's going nuts. Help us back. Help us. Oh, man, he's going nuts.
How bad of a burn are we talking about, Ron?
We're talking about a 6-inch burn in like a straight line down the back of my leg. He's got his pants off. Howard saw it. He believes me. Put your pants on.
Rachel, as I write this, I am vigorously clenching my cheeks together as I desperately have to drop a deuce. I went to a Mexican buffet last night and haven't been right since. Please close out the show without me and remember to mention me in your sign-off. I'm Rachel Fine. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Gary's the shoot as fun as it was the first time you did?
Oh, it was even more because now I got Sal and Scott, so it's just nothing but a party.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you off for sleeping.
That wasn't a fight. Okay, that's a fight. Okay, no. Go ahead. That wasn't even a disagreement.
I know. Listen to the Steve Ward call. That's a fight.
You sound like my wife.
Scott, I'm sorry. I was busy getting yelled at by Gary. Can you tell me again what's it? Is there any part here that's like his? Oh, so he needs us to camera left? You're just ready to do your thing. No. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's a taste of what you have to look forward to
on this episode of The Bonus Show.
This one has its own zip code.
Why do you have a zit? I don't know. Maybe some oil got impacted in my skin. I don't know where it is. Just tell me where it is.
Hey, someone hairier than Jason Kaplan.
October's Miss Howard TV fits right in.
This month you'll see shows with the Stern Show. All right.
And apparently Will is in need of attention.
I'm wearing a mask for you, Johnny.
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm Rachel Fine.
And I'm John.
What, no last name this week?
Rach, you're a cute kid. When you get to my level, you don't need to rely on the whole name. They know me.
Okay, must be awesome to be you.
It is.
Well, while my co-host revels in himself, we'll begin the show. I guess Benji is so stressed out about getting to work on time that he's starting to break out. Oh, Benji, when are you going to catch a break?
Why do you have a zit? I don't know. Maybe some oil got impacted in my skin. I don't know where it is. Just tell me where it is.
Look at the reflection in the camera. Right on his brake light. Oh, yeah, Benji. Look right in the camera.
All right, thanks.
Reflection. See it?
Where? I really don't. I believe you.
See a reflection. Oh, it's big.
No, I believe you. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Oh, pop
no, that's not. That wasn't a zit. It was a piece of skin.
No, it was a zit.
No, it wasn't. Look again. No, it wasn't.
Oh, that's gross.
I have flaky skin sometimes in the morning.
Really bad.
No, it's not. It's not. I have zits. You have zits. I can show zits on you.
I get once.
Okay, but show the spot again, Chris, and claim it's a zit.
That was a zit.
Show the spot again. Here's a zit expert on our show. Ask her.
No, she used to work dry skin. That's irritated skin.
You just had a big white pus mark.
No, I didn't. Then where is it?
You walked in this morning.
You just wiped it off.
You have dry skin.
I have dry skin. Combination skin or dry skin?
Rosacea?
Maybe. Could be rosacea.
Techno Beaver doesn't have to worry about unsightly zits. You know why, Rach?
Why, John?
Because he's covered in hair and because he's a beaver. Now, I imagine beavers also have low stress, so they probably wouldn't be prone to breakouts anyway. I mean, how stressful could it be to build a dam? You got the wood.
Okay, here is Techno Beaver.
Hey everybody, Techno Beaver here, showing you the coolest new products that you can't get anywhere till you hear me talk about them. So, here's my digital camera. That's not the product I'm talking about today. How many times have you gone out to a wedding or a party and you come back and you take all these really cool pictures and then they just sit on your memory card? They don't do anything. And then you go again, and before you know it, you go to a party, your memory card's full, and you're like, damn, I got to delete a bunch of pictures that I like. Well, the folks at a company called iFi came up with this memory card right here. This memory card is a wireless memory card. What it does is it hooks up to your network at home, and when you come home, well, first of all, you put it in your camera. I'll show you how easy it is. If I could, hold on. Not easy opening shit with pause. Ah, there we go. And you can see, here's the card. Okay, it goes right in the camera here. Okay, now I go to my, I configure it to my home network, and that's it. Every time I come home and I turn my camera on, all of my pictures that are on here wirelessly get transmitted to my computer into a file that I have chosen. It's awesome. You never have to download pictures again. You don't have to go look for that stupid wire. Go, oh, which wire is for which camera? Everything is just transmitted right down there. It even works with some hotspots. So, for instance, if I'm out in the city and I'm taking pictures and I go to, say, like a Starbucks where they have a hotspot, I can have it recognize that hotspot, send it to my house, and go right into my computer. Pictures are there waiting for me, and I don't have to do a thing. It is really one of the coolest products and super easy to use. iFi, I highly recommend it.
That's the shot.
What are you doing?
Taking a picture of your balls with the iFi.
No pictures of my balls.
It's the iFi video card.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to be transmitting my balls around. Take a picture of your balls.
They look a lot bigger on here.
Yeah, I've seen your balls a lot. Everyone's seen your balls. Just usually they're in somebody else's mouth.
Say cheese ball.
Rach, I'm just like Techno Beaver.
Does Gary know you have that?
Yeah. No.
Are you scratching your head because you're in character or because the thing itches?
This thing itches like a mother. I can work through it, though. No big deal.
Right. Well, good luck with that. Here's a lovely clip from a creative meeting.
Jeez, how does Gary do it?
Can you watch the tail? Because it's in my space.
No problem, Nefertiti.
We're both in costumes then, I guess.
The Howard Stern Show Creative Meeting.
I'll tell you a quick one. I don't know if we can pull this off, but I think April Fool's, if you said Beth is pregnant, I think that would be pretty...
That's pretty good.
Get her on the phone, say, hon, we did it, I'm glad, I'm happy.
See, the great joke would have been if you'd have told me that without telling him and I had to call in to say it.
No. Howard says it. I got a special...
Funny.
You don't
would have been great. Howard, guess what? I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but you don't pull one over on the boss. I don't do that. I got to follow the rules, Gary. Be a producer.
She would never gone for it anyway.
If you get Beth on the phone, I would even say Beth's got a special announcement. It's something special between both of us. Get her on the phone. You guys are gushing over the baby.
And since Robin's on here, if I did that and planned it with Beth,
that'd be fun.
Robin,
right now you have somebody.
I told you. Well, that'd be great. Wednesday, you could you have to get off the air early because you have an appointment.
Yeah,
but that's because now you have somebody to pull the joke on that the audience cares about, and Robin will start telling you, "I knew it all along," because Robin always knows everything after the fact.
I had an inkling before I went to Guatemala.
Rachel, do you know what's more interesting than outtakes from October's Miss Howard TV?
What?
Nothing.
I'm smart. Beetle, 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 beetle. Beetle, beetle. This month you'll see shows with the Stern Show. All right. I gotta get past that. Pinocchio. Not Pinocchios. This month you'll see shows with the Stern Show staff. Like, Ganji gets... Yeah, that's weird. I can't get that... Like, it sounds strange. All right. Casey's Latina admirer. A spicy Latina lady named Jennifer attempts with... All right. Casey's Latina admirer. A spicy Latina lady named Jennifer attempts to win Casey's affection. All right. I gotta take a break. I can't even...
All right, don't worry.
I can't even get there.
Man, she could sure wear a bathing suit, and her legs are shaven so nicely.
And speaking of shaven legs, here's a clip featuring Ralph Sorella uncomfortably propositioning David Arquette.
How are you, Al? Look at you. Good to David, meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Don't steal my
Good,
friend.
how are you?
Are you up for grabs?
I'm totally up for grabs.
Hold on.
I'll be a
Hold on, everybody stop. When I was out in May, David invited me over for dinner. I couldn't make it. I'm coming back in October.
Come on.
Can I come by?
Bring it, man.
By that time, Gary, I will have
By the way,
moved
ignore
in
these two.
to the Arquettes.
Hey,
Right.
Ralph, when you come over.
I'd like
do you
to
have
go-
do you have a guest house, David? Yes, we do.
Excellent.
Right up your alley. You can puke in the
Check
back.
that box. Is there plastic on things?
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
good.
put it for you.
Yeah, check that box. Okay, next. What's the next question? I just want to say I've never thrown up in any of Sam's houses.
Nice.
I don't throw up in. It's a New York thing. When I come out to LA, I don't throw up.
John, what's your favorite part of hosting the wrap-up show?
So many things come to mind. I mean, the chair I have in the radio studio is super comfortable, and it's a little higher than the other chairs, which is nice. I can see out the glass window when people go by, and the phones work.
I think that's about all we need to hear. Let's go to a highlight of John in his comfortable chair on the wrap-up show with Will Murray, who apparently is about to go into surgery.
Oh, there's Will. Will's wearing a
He
mask.
looks like a Japanese tourist.
Yeah. Thanks, Will.
Anything you need?
Oh shit!
We don't need you to stay.
You sure?
Yeah. Thanks, Will.
You got this guy, the star.
Will came in today, and he's got a very important job, but I'm convinced he's getting everybody sick in our back area.
I'm fine.
No, you're not fine. You sound
doing good.
horrible.
I'm wearing a mask for you, Johnny.
I appreciate that.
I'm out of here.
You sound.
I know. I'm right in the middle of a sick sandwich. I got Ganji on the right, Doug on the left.
Oh, Ronnie's in good.
He just talked into that thing. With
Go.
a mask on.
He had a mask.
So what?
I think Will is onto something here. It's a little hard to breathe, though. You can really smell your own breath. Oh, this is heinous. I'd rather be sick. Do I really have to wear this thing?
Well, if you want to hyperventilate and pass out, I hope you do. As Larry David says, the only two people who wear dark glasses inside are blind people and assholes.
Smells like an asshole.
That's your breath you're talking about.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Exactly.
I was just outside. It's very sunny.
But you're not outside now.
Well, I'm trying to be cool. I'm in the Secret Service, okay?
Is this an image thing?
No. It's the first time I've had them on. What do you mean? Is this an image thing?
You're wearing sunglasses inside. You look like Teddy.
I put him on because he has.
Oh, you're full of shit, Teddy. You wear them inside all the time.
I put him on because you have
walk,
them on.
dude. You walk in all the time with them on.
Admit
think
it, you
you're
have
fucking
cataracts.
Cool. You think
Admit
you're
it.
fucking cool in the morning. You wear them every morning. You come walk.
Why would you wear them in the morning?
I get in from work. I still have them on because
Yeah, well,
my
why don't you
glasses
take
are in my
them off?
backpack. So
Well,
this morning, my glasses are fucking broken in half.
And I walk. I
Whose
just
fault
came.
is that?
And I just came in from outside, and I put them on, and I never took them off. Okay, I'm like you.
You're waiting for.
And I left my glasses in the car. Is that all right?
Geezer eyes to adjust.
Yeah, it's
a
right.
lot.
Go fuck yourself. Okay.
Oh, yes, J.D. Harmeyer.
Did Ronnie wear those glasses the entire time in here?
Yes. How would you describe the way Ronnie looks in those glasses?
Like, I hate to say RoboCop, but I don't know. It was just weird. It was like, I don't know. It was just funny.
I asked him why he was wearing the glasses inside, and he got offended.
Well, listen, I'm not a fan of anyone wearing sunglasses inside. It's just, it's a quality that I'm not very fond of.
He kind of looks like, you know what? He looks like he's missing his dog.
You know what he looks like? You're right.
Oh, my God.
He looks like that scene in The Lady in Red where Charles Grodin says, "Let's go do the blind man." That's what he looks like.
He just got back from an eye doctor.
He looks like Weekend at Bernie's without the guys holding him up.
Here's a great wrap-up show highlight featuring a guy we call Baba Booey and my carpool buddy, Sal.
You see? You're not blind, so I guess asshole is what it is.
Talk to me, Goose.
Sal had somehow convinced me that he could make money in the stock market. And Stuttering John goes, "I'm telling you, this guy can make money, So I remember I went home and I talked to Sal off the air and he goes, "Listen, I'm telling you, I know I make fun of you, but I can make you money." So Sal and we filled out the whole form. And I remember, I gave him my home address and my phone number, and I gave him a bunch of stuff, but just the bare bones.
Right.
And I hung up, and I just felt really gross about it. And I just said, why am I involved with, why would I give money to a guy who says I'm a horse-toothed jackass?
Right.
Wait, so
parades about your teeth?
I lost the end of it. Did you actually end up doing it?
No.
Or? Okay.
No. I never returned his call, and then he would constantly leave me messages like, say, I'm going to make up a symbol, ARI. Say the stock was called ARI. The intern would say, Sal, the stockbroker, called. ARI was at 4. Now it's at 16. He says you're losing out.
Would those serious stock calls be in between the ones where he's goofing on you? So is it like you check your machine?
You're right.
You want 2 jackets? Seriously, ARI, sell now.
Right. It was something like that, but that's what I'm like, what am I doing?
Well, that's all we've got for this week. Thanks for watching.
For my busty beaver, Rachel Fine, I'm John Hine. We'll see you soon.
Guess I walked right into that one.
You sure did. It's fun, though, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel like a 99-cent Disney costume character, but I'm having a good time.
Well, you look cheap, but it itches, though, doesn't it?
Actually, no. That's just Teach John.
Oh, come on. Don't fake it.
It doesn't itch. I love it. I'm terribly comfortable.
You're a nice beaver.
Thank you.
Best beaver I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Look good.
Thank you. I appreciate all the feedback. Thank you.
Damn, you're one fine beaver.
Oh, my God, with the beaver jokes. Can we do, like, Techno Rabbit?
Beaver smells good. You shave it?
And scene.
Thank you. Like those black and white cookies, eh?
Man, I like them, but they don't like me. They don't want me touching them, you know? You're the dude, man. Thanks. So there.
1 minute.
They can all go fuck themselves. I got my own black and white cookie.
Cookie Man.
Yeah, see? See?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Take a bite.
I don't want to take a bite.
Why not?
Because it's a special cookie, man. Kate gave it to me. Maybe Courtney bought it and gave it to him to give me. Who knows? You never know.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hine and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about how Jimmy Kimmel and I are feuding, except Jimmy Kimmel and I really aren't feuding. I don't think we're feuding. I just wonder why he's so obsessed with my pitch, and if maybe I did something to rub him the wrong way. But I wouldn't say we're in a feud.
Howard brought up the Kimmel clip, and you think Jimmy is harboring some kind of grudge?
I don't know. It's going on a little long now, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess if anybody from the show comes on his show, the pitch thing is it's almost become a running bit for him.
I think it's become a bigger deal to him than it has to anybody else. But, I mean, I'm not mad. I just think it's like, okay, you want to keep doing it. I don't get it.
Did you do something to get under his skin that you're unaware of?
Well, I talked about that on the show this morning. I'm starting to wonder if I did. I showed you, Jimmy and I had a lot of correspondence. First of all, we used to email back and forth a lot, but I think he emails with a lot of people, so it's not like I think that I'm special. Although I was under some idea that maybe him and I were more friendly than maybe I think we are. That might be my first problem. But we were emailing back and forth a lot right after the whole pitch thing went down. And he said, hey, listen, you're pretty merciless. Like, I told you something once in the green room, and you went right in the air. It was really bothersome to me, and I was very annoyed and hurt by it, but I should have known better. And I sent him back a note, and I said, God's honest truth, I have zero recollection. What was it? He said, I'm not going to tell you again because you'll just say it again. But, so I don't know. Maybe I said something, I repeated something I shouldn't have said.
This just popped in my head. Was it Jimmy that had the inability to sweat?
No, that's Adam.
Oh, because maybe that was, I was thinking.
Do you think that Jimmy has some kind of grudge against Gary here, Benji?
Just judging from the TV show, like I watched Howard's thing, I didn't get that feeling. I thought it was more like a comedic type thing. But maybe it is if he said there was something.
But did you think it was funny?
Yeah. I don't think, if you think about it, like, if he really thought of you as like, he wouldn't have had you on his show,
Yeah, no, that's true. No, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
It's one of those things where I feel everything sort of is fair game between these two shows. Like if Jimmy came on here and you did something the equivalent of showing your pitch to him, he would accept it as okay. That's just the way it goes. But we've talked about this before. You wouldn't do something like if Jimmy threw that pitch. Would you play it on this show?
Well, he did mention in one of the things, he's like, hey, man, you guys, kept playing me crying with John Ritter. And I was like, well, I said, listen, I'm not being a pussy. That's JD's job. JD's job is to watch everything at night. But in all fairness, Jimmy, had I seen it, I'd have brought it in.
Okay, so is all fair and
but that's not me creating a bit. In other words, that happened,
And that's
But
a
it's not
guy.
like-
That's a guy crying about someone dying. That's funny. I mean, this was a pitch. That's serious.
Vinny in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, yeah, you guys wouldn't be having this conversation if Gary could just throw a ball.
True.
Well, the one about me in Connecticut?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, with Kimmel.
Well, of course, that's true.
Do you think, Vinny? Do you think Kimmel has it in for Gary, or he's just breaking his balls like anybody else?
He's just busting his balls a little bit, I believe.
So let me ask you a question. If every time Jimmy came on here, I busted his balls about Sarah Silverman, would that be funny or mean?
No, that'd be funny too.
Yeah, it would be funny. Or how about the fact that can he not piss normal or something? Isn't there doesn't he have a tiny urethra or something?
maybe that.
I don't
There's
know.
plenty to make fun. His ratings. I mean, the guy's been on TV for 8 years and gets 1.5 million people to watch. There's plenty to poke fun at there.
Jason fighting back for
Hey,
Gary.
listen, I love what I happen to think that what Jimmy did with Gary was very funny, and I get why Gary's angry at it.
I'm not angry.
I get why Gary's put off by it. However you want to say it. I also get Jimmy's standpoint, which is, hey, it's out there and it's funny. I get both standpoints. I'm just pointing out that Jimmy has plenty to make fun of too.
Do you think he's crossed that line though, from funny to mean?
How do you tease someone about having a small urethra?
Well, what kind? I don't know. If you had a small urethra, I'm sure we'd find a way to make fun of it.
You with the small urethra.
Hey, wait, not to be able to come normally.
Gary, do you think he's crossed that line?
No. I don't know that he's crossed the line.
Jason?
No, I don't think he crossed the line. I think
He's
like
getting
we do
closer
on
to it though.
I think like we do on our show, and trust me, I'm guilty of this too. Once you know you got under somebody's skin in any way, it just makes it that much more fun to keep picking at it. And I think that's where he's at. But I also get Gary's side too. I get both sides.
And in Chicago, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment. I love the show, love Howard, but this kind of goes with the territory, Gary, doesn't it? I mean, all the years.
Oh, sure. No, I get it. Like I said, I was under some bizarre impression that Jimmy and I were sort of more friendly. That maybe that's what it is. I totally. I always expect to take shit and for people to throw shit on me, but maybe I guess I wasn't expecting it from Jimmy so much.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I got my balls busted about how I said I went to visit my hot daughter-in-law in the hospital. And people thought it was like pervy and fucking weird and fucking creepy and all this kind of bullshit. It was a fucking nice joke. It was meant as a compliment, not as being pervy or I wanted to fuck my daughter-in-law. Check it out.
Ronnie, I just saw you step in. You took a little flack today for your tweeting about your hot daughter-in-law in the hospital, but I'm guessing you have no problem with that.
Well, what's the big deal?
You got a picture?
No.
Well, do you think
I can bring you one if you want?
Well, do you think it's strange that people find it odd that you're tweeting about how hot your daughter-in-law is?
No, dude. All I said, either you get shit for not tweeting, or you get shit for.
No, you can tweet. It's just that was an odd tweet. It wasn't whether you were doing it or not doing it.
Yeah, but what did I really say?
That your daughter-in-law's hot.
I went to see my hot daughter-in-law in the hospital and check out the hot nurses.
Okay,
and put on fresh mambo.
Okay, I can.
What is so terrible about?
I can dissect that into 3 parts.
Completely normal.
First of all, it's odd that you think your daughter-in-law's hot, even if she is, which she is. But
why is that odd?
Because she's your daughter-in-law.
So what? But she's still hot.
Yeah, but it's just I find that odd. The second thing is, should you really be trolling the hospitals at 4 a.m. looking at hot nurses?
It wasn't 4 a.m, dude. It was 8 o'clock last night.
Oh, okay. But is that the only reason you went there, to look at the nurses?
No, to visit my hot daughter-in-law.
If your hot daughter-in-law worked with a bunch of garbage men, would you go to visit her as often?
No. She wasn't working, by the way.
See, I think it would have been great if the twit ended like pregnant with my baby. But does she know you call her hot? Like, does she cool with that?
Well, she knows now.
No, I thought
is this like a new thing?
No, she knows. Come on. It's
I
a
mean,
joke.
That's no. I agree with. Oh,
Everybody takes a goddamn everything.
I don't think it's a big deal.
And
at
Howard's
all.
busting my fucking balls. He's down there with his babysitters and shit, watching babysitter porn.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What point are you making?
What the fuck is that's normal?
It's not. Well, it's not his babysitters, right?
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's the same thing as me making the comment. I have a hot daughter-in-law. What's the big fucking deal?
No, because one's fantasy and one's reality.
Yeah, but still, I don't care. I mean,
you just asked the difference, and I told you.
But he's breaking my balls.
Well, I honestly don't think
over nothing.
No, I don't think it's a big deal. But what I'm saying is, like, to your daughter-in-law, Is it the kind of way you would?
It's not insulting to her.
No, I know it's not. But is it?
And she doesn't take it that way.
I think.
Matter of fact, somebody called her at 7:00 in the morning in the hospital this morning to tell her I was getting my balls busted about this, and she was laughing about it.
If my father said that he really wanted to fuck my wife,
I
don't
didn't
think,
say that.
Well, you're implying it by saying she's
Oh,
really
you're
hot.
stupid, man.
Dude, come on, you're saying she's super
No, I'm
hot.
not implying anything.
You're not. You're looking at her sexually. You're saying she's super hot.
Give me the list of hot chicks you don't want to fuck.
Oh, stop it now.
But I'm saying, I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about, you weirdo?
You would?
Yeah,
You don't
okay,
think your
yeah,
dad, like, if you have a hot wife, which I think you do, you don't think it's cool that your dad, like, says, yeah, man, she's fucking hot as hell?
What's wrong with
No,
that?
I think
What's
it's a little
the big
weird.
fucking deal?
I'm on Will's side.
Hey,
All right, whatever.
I mean, it's always a little weird if your parents
people
are
have different
together 'cause it feels
relationships,
like,
so
whatever.
if your family's cool, that's fine. But
and then you're on my case, Gary, about all my tweets are about Rick's. No, they're not.
Listen. I saw, Jason gave it to me. I saw 5 of them, and 2 of them were about Rick's.
Yeah. One I was there for a birthday party, and the other one was I was hanging with Ganji there. It wasn't like I was advertising.
I was teasing.
Ronnie, who are these haters you're referring to on Twitter?
Well,
all
Gary's
of
a hater now.
No. Everyone that writes is a hater.
Oh, please. God, you don't know the shit I caught with this shit now.
What are they saying to you?
I'm a creep. I'm creepy. I'm fucked up. I'm this. I'm that.
What's the furthest you have gone with her?
Oh, stop it.
Greg in New York, you're on the wrap-up
break.
show.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Greg, what's up?
About Ronnie, thinking his daughter-in-law is hot. Now, Ronnie, I love you, man. You are the epitome of a New Yorker. I'm originally from Brooklyn. But, man, I tell you, my father was the same age you are now, and he tried hitting on my wife after she had our 2 children.
And like, how did?
Dude, I'm not hitting on my daughter-in-law.
I know that. I'm not saying you are, but when you say what you said, it makes you sound like the biggest perv on the earth. And I'm defending you, man. I think you're a good person. I think that you're great for the show, but I just don't like when they dump on you for stuff that you say so innocently, and then it turns out to where it makes you look like a perv. And what you said, okay, hot daughter-in-law, I didn't think anything of it until my father tried to basically molest my wife one night.
Yeah, but I didn't do that, dude.
I
made a joking comment on Twitter.
And
okay?
Ronnie, you're giving her the ultimate compliment, I think, in your eyes, right?
No, dude, it was a joke. Okay, doesn't anybody get that was a joke?
Well, you don't think she's a good-looking girl?
Yeah, I do. She's smoking hot. Okay.
Nice tits.
Wait, Ron.
Nice ass.
You did mean it like you sort of meant it just ironically, like, haha, I'm calling my daughter-in-law hot?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. See, I thought you really were saying hot, which I don't even think is a big deal.
He does think his daughter-in-law is hot.
I saw her at the Shiva. She is hot.
Yes.
And I bet his son would love that he thinks she's hot.
I'm sure he does. I don't know.
Why would he love
I have to
that?
ask him.
Huh?
Why would
because
he love
it's cool
that?
to have, like, it's like, listen.
I mean,
Listen,
heard
she's probably hot. He knows she's
Dude,
hot. It
he
doesn't
heard-
need his father
he
telling
heard-
him that.
Dude, he heard this morning. He didn't call me yelling at me.
No, I don't mean like that. He just be like, oh, okay, thanks, Dad, for pointing that out.
I don't think, like, you guys have dads.
Yeah.
Do you like that your
great,
dad's?
great bringing that up.
I'm sorry, but did your dad say, like, wow, Mary's like really fucking hot?
No, we didn't. My father and I didn't talk to each other
I mean,
like
maybe
that.
not say fucking, but he said, wow, she's. He never like admired her beauty, and you like.
He might have said Mary looked. I think he said Mary looked beautiful at the wedding. But
You don't
but he
think
doesn't-
guys
there's a
all have
difference between
penises,
beautiful
right?
and hot.
Benji, you don't think there's a difference between calling a woman very pretty or beautiful and calling them fucking hot?
I didn't say fucking hot.
He just did.
But that Ronnie is more Ronnie's language. Hot.
Oh, well, I got to start talking Ebonics now.
It was a joke, dude. It was a joke for Twitter.
I
These
think you can
people
get her,
aren't
man.
happy if you like. They wanted me to put up a profile picture. I didn't want to put up. They want Rick's girls. They want this. They want that.
How about this?
So I put up a pic. I'm not talking to you. I put up a picture of my dog, okay, instead of me.
Oh, I think I saw.
Dude, you should see the shit I got yesterday for that.
Yeah, don't listen to those people. They're crazy.
I know, but this was.
You put a picture up of your dog as your profile picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And what they write?
And he's sitting on the couch, and he's just got a little bit of his red thing sticking out.
A little bit,
and I purposely put that picture up there.
A little bit of the eraser.
Yeah, a little bit of his eraser is sticking out.
Put up a picture of the dog with a heart on as your profile
I purposely put it that way.
Why?
I had 8 pictures to pick from, and I put that one in to aggravate everybody.
How'd you get that dog posed like that?
I did. He was sitting on the couch. I put him on the couch. He sat on the couch. He popped a
was
little
his
bit.
daughter-in-law? Was your daughter-in-law in front of him?
No, there was a picture of her in front of him.
Oh, okay.
And I put him there on the couch, took the picture, and when they started busting my balls about profile shit, putting up Rick's pictures, I put up that picture of the dog with his little heart on sticking out. Go look at it. Go ahead.
Teddy,
Wait, one last question. Would you tell your grandkid that you think his mom is really hot? Do you think that's appropriate?
No.
Well, that's essentially what you're doing.
She's a grown woman. You're talking about a little kid.
What if your grandkid was 21?
Or whatever.
I might say that. I don't know.
Jim in North Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Ronnie. Man, I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever had sex with any of your cousins or other family members or anything like that?
No, I'm not from North Carolina or Georgia or anything like that. I'm from New York.
Yeah, see, that's such an arrogant, easy joke to make, because you don't have the mind to make an adequate joke back. I just asked you a question. I didn't say there's anything wrong with it.
I gave you an adequate answer. No, I haven't, okay?
Wait, Ron, I thought you told me that story, that you said it was cool to talk about on the air.
Have you considered it, Ronnie?
I didn't fuck my cousin, stupid.
Have you thought about it?
But the question
Yeah, okay, Benji, all right.
You do not want to talk about it? Or because you told me it was cool to talk about.
It was a long time ago.
All right.
Let's go over to Joe. Joe, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Hey, Ronnie, honestly, have you ever thought of your daughter-in-law when you were rubbing one out?
No, never.
Have you had to stop?
Absolutely not.
Has she
Come on,
ever
Ron.
flashed in your head?
Absolutely not.
She never accidentally got in the parade?
Never got in the parade. Never. I have a big enough parade. I don't need my daughter-in-law in it,
What's she
believe
doing?
me.
Do you ever use girls that look like her?
No. What the hell are you trying to do?
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about my problem with throwing things away and how I might be a hoarder. And Robin even came in on the wrap-up show, and she helped give me some advice also.
Benji apparently has some hoarding problems, and Lisa G asked Howard for permission to go to your place. Are you going to let her in her place?
Nah.
Why not?
I have a feeling if I do that, you guys will make fun of me about something.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
What you mean any more than the fact that you have boxes of jokes that have no dates on them?
It's your personal life, so
Do you want to take care of the hoarding problem?
Yeah, no. We talked about it before. I hate it. It's like being fat. I hate being fat. I know what I have to do to stop being fat, but it's the actual putting it into practice.
Would you ever
the
think?
hard part.
Would you ever think about going to see a shrink? Do you go to a shrink at all?
I told you I would love to go see a shrink
because
that's part. I have trouble making decisions like that. It's hard to pick out the shrink.
Benji's crazy. Benji's got a phone. I said to him when I saw him using it, I'm like, "Where'd you get that in from your DeLorean?" The phone's from like '85. It's like the most ridiculously stupid looking phone. And I go, "Why don't you get a regular phone?" He goes, "I can't decide." Like that's one of those things. He really is paralyzed. He's not being goofy. He is like, I look at a phone, but then I hear there's a better phone, but then there's another phone, so I just can't decide. So he uses a shitty phone.
That's true.
It seems like you're aware of these issues, whether it's your weight, the hoarding, yet what's keeping you from making that step on doing something about it?
I don't know. I don't know. Some laziness, some perfectionism.
Could you let someone else make a suggestion of a shrink for you so that you could go get some help?
Yeah, I've done that.
You have?
What happened?
Yeah.
Did you go?
I did.
How many times?
Once. It was
doesn't work
you know
if
what
you
the
just
woman
go
told me?
once.
Right. I told her because I explained to her I have a real trouble picking out a psychologist. And I said I've always I wanted a female psychologist, and I always had this fantasy of sleeping with her. And she goes, well, I just want to tell you, I will not be sleeping with you. But she was in her 80s, and that's
Sounds like you found somebody as crazy as you.
And I got her. No, she tried to sell me a tape at the end, which I kind of, I don't know.
Well, then you probably didn't go to probably didn't go to anybody very good.
Where did you go?
She was a certified.
What did you get her, the penny saver?
No, I actually have a friend that's a psychologist that's helped Actually, she recommended against her.
I could send you to a guy who's sort of low key, or Robin could send you to somebody.
We've
all could send you
more
somewhere.
comfortable with a woman, like just being open with an older woman, older than me.
Why?
Well, it's getting pretty hard to get.
Yeah, it is.
He needs to see a shrink to know why he wants to do that.
Well, I don't you feel more competitive? Let's say you went to a psychologist that was younger than you. Wouldn't you feel more competitive with him?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought of that.
You know what? All of that is something
issues, right.
you should be addressing, and that should have nothing to do with your selection.
That's right.
Right.
Like any issue that comes up about your relationship with that person should be addressed because it means something about the way you're handling your life.
Right. Yeah.
Gary, what's the difference between hoarding and collecting? Because you like to collect a lot of stuff.
Depends
but I
how big your
wouldn't say
apartment is. That's
You're a
what it is.
hoarder.
I guess there's a limit. Like I do collect some things, but it's limited. At some
I
point.
also think it has to do with organization.
Yes.
Because hoarders, usually it's just piles of stuff.
You know who was a crazy hoarder whose house I went to? Remember Al Goldstein, the guy from school? Did you ever go to his house, Robin?
No.
I've never seen a hoarder like this in his life. He had this beautiful apartment right next to Bill Cosby's on the east side.
Right.
And we went into this one room, and the room was filled with, on the floor, nothing but antique watches in various states of being repaired. And he goes, yeah, I'm working on all these watches. I mean, he hadn't worked on those watches in years.
Yeah.
And so I might say I collected watches. I'd have a collection and have a place for them, and they'd be organized to some degree. But when it starts to take over your life where you can't walk in a room, that's hoarding, I guess.
I'm not as bad as that. I'm not as bad as I used to be.
But do you still have all the jokes like that thing?
I've scanned most of them, which it's electronic hoarding now, but at least it's more out of my sight.
Yeah, like it's not in a corner of your
Right.
house. The thing that I used to notice about Benji was when he was interning and he was responsible for the food orders. You know, everybody had something they wanted brought to the station every morning. He could never get to asking for money.
Right. That's my
God. You couldn't give him the money.
Well, that's again, that was like perfectionistic because John was like, just estimate if it's not for sure, and I was scared, like I wanted to do it perfectly, so I sucked up like thousands of dollars.
I think Jackie, and no fault to Jackie's because Benji never asked for it, but I think Jackie owed him over $1,000.
Again, no fault because I wanted to get the bills exactly right, and I let him pile up. And I got confused.
Right, and every once in a while, you'd be eating, and Benji would then hit you with a $1,000 bill or
which, Robin, I actually have to talk to you
bill.
about some stuff.
Really?
Hey, Robin, do you collect anything or hoard anything?
I have from time to time. I don't hoard anything because I like. And, unfortunately, the people who work for me aren't organized. And so I have piles and piles of things, and I say, why is that pile there? And they say, we don't know what of it you want to keep. And I'm like, if I don't know what it is, throw it out. Don't even worry about whether I wanted it or not. If I've never seen it, get rid of it. I don't like piles of things. I had collected for a while playbills. I love collect the bills of the shows that I go to see. And then you wonder, where do I put this?
That's right. I when I moved out of my last house, I really got a great attitude. I'm moving into a new house, and I purged really well. I did a great job, and for the first 6 months I was in the house, I did a great job. And my office in my house has never been clean since I've been there. There's 20 frames on the floor of things that need to be hung. There's probably 4 stacks of DVDs. There's a whole shitload of electronic equipment that needs to be tested out for the gadget column, and I can't get to anything.
Where would you categorize Howard when it comes to this? Collector, hoarder, getting rid of everything?
Collector. I mean, he does. He opened up his archives and he pulled out all of those. He's got books now in his house of every author who ever came here and gave him an autographed copy of their book. I was amazed at that.
But that's different. I mean, he wanted to be organized, so he hired someone to do it for him.
Right.
What do you think it would be like if he didn't have people? Do you think he'd be a hoarder?
Oh, he'd be a mess, yeah. Remember what his office used to look like?
Yes.
Both at NBC and at K-Rock in the beginning. It was a nightmare.
I do remember that. I used to talk to Allison, and we would say that we were the only people who could go into the pile, were allowed in the pile in the first place, and could find shit.
You're right. There were different piles.
And now he swears by the book.
Organization,
right.
yeah.
I mean,
on Thursday's wrap-up show, we spoke with Benji about why he thinks Howard treats him so poorly. Made him realize that it's because he never answers a question directly and takes forever. But he also talked about how he wanted to try stand-up and couldn't do it. And Gary also said he couldn't do it because he can't remember anything. Lots of great stuff. Here it comes.
Dave in Danbury, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, what's up? Quick thing for Benji. Benji, do you feel that Howard, just kind of treats you like crap on the air?
Yeah.
See, I disagree. And I'll go over something that happened this morning. I think Howard's starting to feel bad. Benji started to say something, and Howard goes, "Oh yeah, Benji, we don't want to hear from you." And then a minute later, he felt badly about it.
No,
and he goes, "Okay,
agree.
Benji."
Yeah. It's not. I'm not saying 100% at all, and I'm not saying 100% he treats me bad as a person in life. Like, I have a good job that I appreciate. But yeah, I think overall on air, I get treated poorly.
Yeah, it's weird. I noticed it a lot this week too. Like, you would cut off your mic a lot. And last week too. It seems like more and more lately, right?
More and more?
He's always cut off Benji's microphone.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Well, he cut off Benji's mic this week for a reason, because they weren't having a conversation. Benji was going into a monologue, and Howard just potted that. And it sounds, quite honestly, it sounds funny when he does it.
I had a great.
It is funny.
From 99 to 2000 was great, and then
what happened?
Now we're on our downhill streak. Hopefully, it'll change.
But what happened from 99 to 2000?
I had a pretty good couple months there.
And what would you say?
We would talk, and I'd get on the air, and it would be fun, and we talked about 90210, and then something happened.
Those days are gone.
Yeah.
Benji, I'm a
Maybe
fan.
it actually was 98
You're
and
getting
99.
a lot of crap lately. I feel you're getting a lot of crap lately. I listened a little bit to the intern show last night. I don't know. I'm a fan.
Thanks, man.
Also, one more question, Benji. Was that you outside of the Letterman show? I took a picture with you, or do you have an imposter?
I honestly don't remember when like how long ago.
No, just the past appearance when Howard was there.
Oh no, that might have been high pitch Eric.
It was another odd guy in a bike helmet.
No.
I don't think so. No, I mean I didn't go unless I was walking by. I mean, it's right in Midtown.
Were you walking by? Yeah.
Do
you have a blue jacket?
I have a blue hoodie.
Huh. No,
I don't
it was
know.
like a winter jacket. It was a cold day, but dude looked
No, I don't have a winter
exactly
jacket.
like you.
Nah, definitely wasn't
okay.
me.
All right, thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, sorry, Dave, if it wasn't him.
I like talking about people maybe took a picture with me.
Do you think you're treated worse than anybody else? I mean,
I think I'm in the bad category, yeah.
Who else is in the bad category?
Scott Salem.
I agree.
Sarah Palin.
Who else that works here?
Hitler.
Who else that works here? Gary gets it very hard, but he also gets it normal. Like, it's also good, too.
Benji's right. I get it both ways. There's no doubt.
I think
Ronnie?
He would, yeah, but not to the extent. But yeah, Ronnie does too, but not to the extent.
See, Ronnie gets it both ways too. If Ronnie comes in to talk about something that's non-Ronnie like, then he gets shit. But if Ronnie comes in to evaluate a girl or to talk about something that they saw together, he's moved right to the front of the line and treated very well.
Yeah, I mean, no one else comes to mind.
Do you think he gets treated unfairly?
No. I think he gets treated badly, but I don't think it's unfair.
You think it's deserved?
No. I think, listen, Benji has always said he's a victim. He's a victim of his own doing. The reason why he gets treated the way he does is because he would do these shticks, these characters, and maybe some of them were and maybe some of them weren't. And then so when Benji wants to talk, it's hard for Howard to figure out, is this going to be serious, Benji? And I think the biggest disservice you did to yourself for a very, very long time, and I don't even think this is Benji doing shtick, was Howard would say, like, so Benji, what'd you do last night? And Benji would just be all over the place and he couldn't say, oh, I went to the movies.
I'm not good at answering. You know what's so funny? Like, people always think I'm lying. It's because I'm trying to be so specific and really answer the question. Whereas I think most people on the air are smart and they'll just kind of embellish a little bit, make it a good story.
But you just answered me perfectly right there. And so there were so many times where Howard asked you a very direct yes or no question, and there'd be a pause, and then you'd start talking about something else. And I think he got very annoyed with that.
And it's maybe we just don't jive that well in the air, and I accept that more than I used to probably.
Joe in Arizona, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, I guess I'm pretty much going to repeat what Gary just said, but I think Benji just pretty much gets treated the exact way he should be treated, and I'm not saying that he should be treated bad, but it's perfect the way Howard treats him. It cracks me up. And Benji, like you just said, he tries to answer things so specifically, it's annoying because it never ends up making sense. I got a question for Benji, if that's okay, real quick.
Go ahead.
I know a lot of you guys have done that stand-up circuit like Sal and Richard. Have you ever done that, Benji, or have you thought about it?
I did it years ago before the show, like on the very, like, it's in New York, there's like an open mic level. and I love it. Stand up was my first love, and it's incredibly meaningful to me. But I'm scared to go up and do it, especially being known from the show.
Dude, you're the joke writer for Howard Stern. I just imagine that you'd probably do a pretty good act. And,
thank you.
know.
I would love. I mean, I would like to. I wouldn't like to be a touring comedian for years, because that seems like it used to seem like a paradise. Now it seems like a miserable way to live. But to be able to be a competent stand-up that you could go up in a club in New York and just do a great set, that seems like it would be so wonderful, and I would like to work on that.